All right. Hey, Cloud Runner. Yeah, I figured I'd have like a screen for like setting up as well as I guess at the end of the YouTube videos as well. All right. So I got my sleeves ready for sleeving everything. I got my top loaders. I guess let's just get started. All right. So we're gonna be opening the whole case. I'm not muted, right? I don't think I'm muted. All right, I don't think I'm muted. So we have a goal. I made a visual of it. So it's 2 per case, right? I don't know how many round table rares there's gonna be. So I thought there was only 6 of them, but there's actually 7 SPs. So we want 3 out of the 7. We want the Lion King. We want Mash. Oh, we want Bedivere. We don't want those other 4 fucks. So we want at least one of these 3. I'll be happy if I walk out of it. There's no way I could strike out and get 2 of the ones that I don't want, right? So if all goes well, I want at least maybe Mash I don't even want because I have the JP one, right? So at least I hope I get the Lion King or I get Bedivere. That's all I want. It'd be nice to get the Lion King. I don't know if you ever got a case where the mats are so small. Like, they're so tiny. I don't think you would even use them for, like, playing. Like, compared to, like, the actual play mat is, like, so much smaller. Alright, let's get that out of the way. I guess I'll just grab a random box out of this. And then let's get started. I still feel like I really like the older style boxes more. I don't really like the new like JP style boxes. I guess it doesn't matter if I scratch the box. Yeah, it's like a tiny mouse pad. But yeah, I like the milk carton boxes more. I feel like that makes like Weiss more unique, I guess. A trash can next to me. All right. Oh, I guess I can open. I guess I don't really need to open those promo packs because the promo packs are just the foil versions of the PR toppers, right? Which I don't think I run any of the PR toppers in any of my decks. Originally, I thought I would use it, but I don't think I will. I guess I'll toss all these boxes to the side and I guess I'll recycle them later. There's gonna be like so much mess to clean up. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sleeve yeah, I don't think I use any of these in my decks. Let me just confirm real quick. Right, I saved it in Encore deck. Let's see, on Encore deck. In my Lion King deck at least. Yeah, I don't think I run any of the PRs. Because I'm not running like the Assassin Girl either. As for roundtable rares, I guess I didn't put down. I want Tristan, Agravain, and Mordred. Tristan, Agravain, and Mordred. So as long as I don't strike out on that, then I should be good. So the one I don't want Gawain. Because I'm not going to run Gawain. I think I opened the other pack already one time. I mean, I guess maybe the deck I made sucks. So maybe I could use it, but alright. I know everyone uses like the pull tabs, but how do you open yours, Cloud Runner? I don't use the pull tabs. I feel like it's really gross. So... okay. Yeah, I guess I'll sort this all later and I'll just sleeve the foils. Because then if I try to sort these while I'm playing, I don't think it'll take like 10 million years. Yeah, no problem. This is gonna be a while. I have like, what, 18 boxes to go through? Because I want to sleeve the foils just because I don't want them to get damaged. since I might be running them. And I don't know if it's like a waste to perfect fit these things. And I don't even know if I'm gonna end up selling. Yeah, I just don't feel like... I don't feel comfortable using pull tabs. I feel like I'm gonna damage the cards or something. Alright, so I'm gonna have a system here, I guess. I'll have the sleeve stuff on this pile, and then... I guess I don't really need the wrappers. I might keep it, like, a couple of them for, maybe, like, for my binder. I was thinking to have, like, the first page of my binder, maybe to have, like, some of the packs, I guess, on the first page. So it'll look nice. Agravain. Shanjung. Oh boy. Okay, I am running this Mordred in my deck. I got like... This is like my first time opening a case, and I can already feel like this is gonna take a really long time to sort through. Because I have to, what, piece out 8 of them of each type. Like, when you're opening these, you feel like the set isn't that big. But if you're actually trying to put together, like, I guess, play sets, it's a lot of work. It'd be kind of cool if I do land the... Oh, I do need this Bedivere. It'd be kind of cool if I do end up landing the serial number cards, wouldn't it? Even though I probably wouldn't sell it. I'd probably keep it. I do need this Agravain. I know that's like the core of the deck that like never leaves like your back row. I was playing against... Win Hero on the Discord, and the Lion King deck looks really fun. Like there's like a lot of interactions, as opposed to me finding out the Fate Zero deck was actually really awful with my Gilgamesh deck, since it's so dated and it was just like literally just all beaters. Okay, I hope I'm not missing any foils, but I guess when I'm sorting it out I'll eventually find them. The round table rare that I don't want is the Gawain. He was playing the Lion King deck. There was another deck he was playing. I don't know. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe it was Slime. The first deck I played against him, it was Slime. And then the Lion King deck, he was playing like a mix of Lion King with Mash. But the Mash seemed like really strong. Well, not strong, but like at least like way better than the deck I was running. Well, so far nothing yet. Man, there's just so many cards to sort through. I actually wonder if the Gawain deck is any good. I guess he went into a lot of stuff because he had like a couple of different decks. The Gawain, like I was asking Renair about it. It seems really good, right? Because if like he has a marker under it, he gets 3k. He's a level 1, and then if your clock has 3 or less cards or something like that, it gets another 3k. So technically, you could kind of have plus 6k on him at a level 1, and he'll have like 9k attack power. It's just I don't think I run him in my deck. I guess I could just throw one in there for like the memes. This is gonna take forever to open. I'm not even like finished with the first box yet. Or maybe I'm just like talking too much. So maybe that's why I'm going through it so slow. But I am seeing a lot of cards that I need. Is it always guaranteed 2 playsets that you get in a box, or is it possible to be short of 2 playsets? Because I don't even really know. But I do notice, like, if you try to piece together playsets yourself, sometimes it ends up being actually pretty expensive. Ozymandias. Although it is pretty nice how they set it up now, where you could get like double foils in one, I mean like double foiling type cards in like one pack. You could have like a double rare and a rare, as opposed to before. Yeah, I guess unless you get trolled, right? But one thing also I saw was some people were getting double SPs in boxes. I don't know if they're just lying about it and they're just saying that they did, or they were actually getting double SPs in boxes. So they got double SPs in one box. So does that mean that there was SPs in the rest of the box? Or did they just bone everyone else that was buying into that case? Okay. I don't know if like it's faster for me to just open all of them and then sleeve them afterwards. I guess I'm not in a rush though. Yeah, I feel like it's so hard to believe people, right? Because everyone's kind of like doing things for clout. Like, oh, if I say that I got like double foils in the box, then, you know, it'll sound like so cool. All right, I think I see a SR already. So this might just be an SR box. I don't need her as a Pharaoh. I wonder if I should top load these, especially since there's ones that I won't be using. But I guess I'll just put the SRs in a different pile first. I still think out of all the card games, I really like the foiling on Weiss cards. But I guess like yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use this one. What is this? It's green. I probably won't use this one. I could probably top load it. I have like a whole stack of them. Feels good. You know when you don't know how to use top loaders yet, and then I used to stick my finger. That sounds really wrong. I used to stick my finger in there to like move the card to the bottom. Yeah, that sounds really weird when I say that. I don't think anyone should be saying like sticking their finger into things. But I used to like just like move it to the bottom with my finger. And then I'm pretty sure when I was doing that with top loaders, I used to damage my cards. Well, at least I see most of the cards that I want to run in my deck. Because unlike Wind Hero, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the Bedivere and Lion King without running the Mash. I just have no real interest in running a Mash deck. Hopefully I get to test this out on Saturday. He was playing this card where it was very hard for me to get rid of. No, not this card. I'll find the other one. There was one card, the Sanjin, where like it was like something stupid, like 6k attack power on like a level 0. And playing my like vanilla Gilgamesh deck, I just couldn't get rid of it. There was a 0/0 mash that was really good as well too. There's like certain cards, like since the deck I was running was like super vanilla, there are certain cards like I just couldn't get rid of because those cards were buffed attack because if they had memory markers under them. But I had, since the Fate Zero cards were very vanilla, I had no cards that remove cards from the field and stock swapped, so I just couldn't get rid of some cards. Like once they dropped like anything over like 4k attack power, I had no sort of like removal to deal with it. So it was like really awful. Okay, I'm seeing, yeah, like all these cards, like I see like pretty much almost like half my deck. I haven't seen the level 3 Saber yet. Like, this is the really good Lion King card. The level 2 is the one that when you're level 2, it lets you play the level 3 Lion King. Ooh. This box had 2 SRs. Is that supposed to be possible? I just got 2 SRs out of this box. Oh, it is possible? Oh. I'm actually gonna run this in my deck. I guess I'll re-sleeve it later because I like to double sleeve, so I put them upside down. All right, so we already know this is the rest of them should be duds, right? Unless I'm like super lucky. I get this shows that I haven't opened this in a while. The second foe means you can't get the SP in the box. Okay. This shows that I haven't opened Weiss in a while. The last time I opened Weiss was Mushoku. I opened like those 3 boxes. I guess outside of this, I have to see what the next Pokemon sets I might go into. Because I don't think there's anything else in Weiss that I really want. Yeah, just like really nothing else like that's coming out in Weiss that I want. I know like you want like the what was it, like how to pick up girls in a dungeon? Were you gonna go into like Kaguya as well too? Yeah, I know they announced like a lot of sets, but I guess for me, I'm mainly like a Fate kind of person. I guess I mainly only go into the Fate sets. I actually wouldn't even mind if they reprint Fate and they just give it stamps. I honestly don't mind stamps, to be honest. I mean, they suck, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. I mean, I just want to see the cards, to be honest. Or maybe, like, they could do some kind of compromise where, like, if you're gonna do stamps and you're not paying for the licensing, like, you're paying less for the licensing, maybe make the boxes cheaper then. I think that's fair, right? Alright, let's toss all these little wrapper things. I think that's fair now that I think about it. It's like a suggestion they could have. Next box. I guess I'm just grabbing them in a row. Like, if you're gonna not pay for the licensing, then you should at least like charge people less. Like, I would assume it's a money issue, right? If they're willing to pay more for the licensing, then I would assume they'll be able to get those signatures. That's it, right? That's why they don't have signatures on these sets anymore, because if it was just purely licensing, then they wouldn't be able to even have the set to begin with. Like, I know, what was it? It's because Build Divide is gonna have like SPs now, right? This pile is getting kind of high. I was actually originally thinking like, oh, if I'm gonna sell the playset, I would sleeve up all the cards individually. But then that's a lot of cards to sleeve. I think at most I might just throw them into like team bags so they don't get dinged up. I've actually never seen like Build Divide cards in person before. It's like a brand new card game, right? Yeah, I'm like sleeving everything that's rare, anything with the foils, like rares and double rares. But like the commons and stuff, I'm not sleeving. I'll just put them in like team bags and then put them into like a deck box or something. Like, I'm not a monster. Ooh, an SR right off the bat. Not one that I want. Oh, there's a level 3 Mordred. Well, getting an SR doesn't mean it's a dud, right? It means I can still get something else. I can still get like a double foil. This thing? What does the card do? Level 1. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put on top of your deck. And then pay 1, put 1 card in your hand in your waiting room. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you would pay the cost if you do. Oh, so it's a card that no one will use. Great. I don't even have to look on like TCG Player. You just know a card like this is probably like, I don't know, like $3 or something. One SR or a triple rare. Ideally, oh yeah, I didn't say like triple rares. I want the climaxes, like I can't pronounce the climax for Lion King. Ringo Rhombozoid or whatever it's called. Yeah, that card. I want that. I want the triple rare version of Ringo Rhombozoid. This one. I would assume there's a triple rare version of it. Normally, the climaxes are the ones with the triple rare, right? Did I miss anything? No. Rares always have foiling. Ringo Trombozoid. I need that. Man, I don't know. I don't know how people use the pull tab. Like, I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm pretty sure when you use the pull tab, the card, the tab hits the card. I'm pretty sure it does. Did I miss anything? I feel like I need to double check. Like, she uses the pull tab, I know. Like, what? Let me just try it for one. Like, yeah, like... No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I already saw, like, it, like, start hitting the edge of the card. Ugh. It's painful to even look at. Like, it hurts me to... Like, I think I, like, ended up, like, dinging this card. Like, it kind of dinged it a little bit. Yeah, I can't do it. Oh! Double foil again. Okay, so I guess the rest... That's really fast. I guess the rest of the box has nothing then. See, this is what I mean though, right? You could be like a complete scumbag, and if you get double foil... If I know the rest of these packs are garbage, right? I mean, not garbage, but if I got the double foil, that means that it has nothing. This is what I was talking about. So this card is... It gets 2k attack power if it has a marker. And then when you put it on the stage, you just reveal the top card of your deck. And if it's a Chaldea or Camelot character, you could put a marker under this card. So pretty much at level 0, you have 4k attack on this. And when Wind Hero was playing it, I couldn't get rid of it. Unless I had some card that could deal with, like, stock swapping. I could swap that character out of stock or put it in memory to get rid of the marker or just get rid of the card from the field. I just had no answer to dealing with something that had 4k attack power with my deck. This actually feels really nice. I feel like an addict, but this actually feels really nice to be opening cards. I haven't done it in so long. And I know I still have like my Vmax Climax. and I have like those, like, I have 2 or 3 Shining Fate tins. I have like 60 Evolving Skies blisters. And then I have the 2 boxes of Vmax Climaxes. And then I have the Psychopass boxes as well too. Yeah, I'm gonna open all my Evolving Sky sleeve boosters. Maybe on like next week or something. I feel like I'm getting my my fix with this. I shouldn't go too overboard. Else I'm gonna be like one of those, like, the people I talk about that become like gambling addicts. Because I had 72 sleeve boosters, right? And then I opened 10 of them to use as fodder cards for the card arts. And I got the Rainbow Rayquaza. So hopefully in the rest of them, I get something. Out of Evolving Skies, I think what I want the most is Okay, another one of these Lion Kings. What I want the most out of Evolving Skies, I think, is the Rayquaza V alt art, and then the Dragonite alt art. Not so much the evolutions. Maybe the Leafeon VMAX. Umbreon. I feel like people just like the Umbreon just because it's the most expensive card, rather than it being a good card. Because the Umbreon's like the 3D arts, right? So this is the regular rare version. Let's compare it to the SR. The Leafeon, yeah, it's the one pushing the hill. This one's the runner, the level 0 runner. I was gonna run 4 of it, but it seems a little bit OD. I think I'm gonna run like 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, I just really like the foiling on these. You were talking about how JP has a different foiling than the English ones, do they? Or do you mean like to see if they're gonna have different foilings? Because I don't know, do they have a history of having different foilings? They do? And one thing I also wondered as well too, I saw a card here, I was gonna talk about it. So there's like a climax for Tristan as well too, right? So I know people run the MASH deck and then they run the Lion King deck, but does anyone ever run like the side decks, like Gawain and stuff like that? Or do people only play like the really meta decks? Oh, so the slime foils do have different foilings? Yeah, post it. Send it to me on Discord. I'm actually curious. Oh, another one of these guys. I need that. Are they that different? Like, I would assume in Fate Zero, the really off meta deck is the Gilgamesh deck, and that's why it's so awful. And the difference between like really old decks compared to newer decks is that old decks, I realized my hand was always empty. There wasn't enough searchers or brainstormers. There was one brainstormer in the Gilgamesh deck, but then the brainstormer didn't really draw cards. What it was is that if you hit your climax, it could remove a level 0 from the field. But it doesn't solve the fact that my hand was always empty. I feel like I need to open like the packs in a different order so I don't hit all the SRs like right at the front. So it's like really disappointing to open the rest of these. But it's so scummy though, the fact that you already know like if you land all the SRs, I don't know if the packs are mappable, right? Like we know there's certain amounts of like double, like the SRs and the triple Rs in each box, but are the packs actually mappable, like as in all the like the foils or SPs are on like the first few packs? Like remember when it was in Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as well too, right? Where you could go, oh, it's the third pack on the left side. That's the one that has like the secret rare or the whatever chase card is. Which is terrible. I think Pokemon fixed that like really fast. I think for Pokemon it only happened in Sun and Moon base, I think. Ooh, more of the level 2 Lion King. I still hear people setting off fireworks, and it's like the day after. In Yu-Gi-Oh, it happened for 4 sets in a row. I know Yu-Gi-Oh just has like a lot of issues in general. Alright, so I'm getting a lot of cards that I want. Oh, you still have to message me, by the way, Clara. If you want the perfect fit sleeves for the one touches, let me know. Because they come in packs of like hundreds, right? And I have like a lot. I don't think I'll ever use that many one touches in my life ever. Yeah, send me a message on, I guess, Discord. Just drop me your address, and then I'll just send it to you. I'll just let you know how much shipping is. Shipping is probably like, I would assume I have to throw in a bubble mailer, right? Shipping is probably like $3 or some shit. Yeah, I think it's like $3. I ship everything through Pirate Ship. I think Pirate Ship's the cheapest way to do it. I actually finally ended up watching this Camelot. The first Camelot was like not worth watching. Like nothing happens in the first Camelot. The second Camelot, they actually had like a lot of fight scenes and action. The second Camelot was worth watching. Like it was like called like Chasing Agarim or some shit. I was gonna make a summary of what the story of fake Camelot was, and then if you actually think about it, the whole story of fake Camelot is pretty much just Bedivere being a simp for the Lion King, and that's pretty much just it. Like he just spends the whole movie just like chasing after her, and that's pretty much the whole story of it. Although I always feel like it's very weird how Fate releases their, at least for Fate Grand Order, how they release the animes. They release everything like out of order because what was it? Fate Grand Babylonia is the last, I think it's like the last rift. I don't know what the hell is it called. The last singularity. Babylonia is the last singularity before like the end of the story. But Babylonia was the first anime that they released. And then I think Camelot is like some random singularity, like somewhere in the middle. And then like the other ones they didn't even animate, like the ones with like the pirates. Let's grab a random box. Wouldn't it be really funny though if I end up with the box with the SPs at the end? I feel like it would be really anticlimactic if I open the boxes with the SPs first, and then I'm left with like the rest of the case with like absolutely nothing in them. I actually thought about that. I was like, oh, if I open this and then it ends up being like all the SPs in the beginning, then this will be like really, I might as well just end the fucking stream. I mean, I know there's like roundtable rares still, right? I can't strike out with roundtable rares because as long as I get like as long as I get anything but Gawain, could be ran in my deck. It'd be really nice with Mordred though. I would really like Mordred. Yeah, I guess I could speed it up. I mean, I'm still gonna upload this onto YouTube if anyone really wants to watch me open these things. I wonder how long I could keep rambling while opening this, but I guess if anyone wants to watch it, I didn't want to like just upload it onto YouTube because I would assume no one's gonna watch this. Like a fucking like, how long is this gonna be? I don't even know. Like, I started 30. It took me 30 minutes to open 2 boxes. Yeah, it took me 30 minutes to open 2 boxes. So I don't know how. Is this the Tristan that I run in the deck? Put 1 card from your hand into your clock. That sounds awful. One card from your hand into your clock, and then I could search my deck for another. Okay, I guess it's not bad. I think I run that in the deck. Yeah, I guess like if it's, yeah, because I know sometimes like you could just like open everything and then speed it up, but then like I've done it before, right? Where I sped up like openings before, but even speeding up like by like times like 2 or whatever it is, it doesn't make it that much shorter unless you literally speed it up and cut it by like I don't know, like times 20 or something. Like even at times 2, times 4, times 5, like a 10-minute will just reduce it down to like 2-3 minutes. It looks really fast, but it's actually still very, very, very long. So some videos that I did for YouTube, I just like cut all the parts where I cut open the packs, and I only post the part where I'm actually opening it. Because the most time-consuming part is just like cutting each thing like bit by bit, right? Because you don't want to end up cutting the card by accident. That would feel like pretty bad. I have like a whole pile of stuff here now. But I definitely want to keep the wrappers for I think the first page of the binder. I think it'll look nice. I don't think I missed the foil. Okay. You know what's the worst part about landing some SPs though? If you land an SP and then it's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna look at the border of the card, and the moment you see the border, the color, you're gonna know which one you got. And it's gonna be a very disappointing color if it's the one that I don't want. I think the reason why this set bombed outside of not having signatures is the fact that half the set, the SPs, is characters that nobody wants. Like, no one wants the assassin girl, no one wants Shanzheng, no one wants Osmandius. So you're dumping SPs that no one wants into a set, and there's 7 of them, and then there's only 2 SPs per case. So it's just not worth it. Whereas like in Babylonia, you could like you could fuck up with Babylonia, and let's say you land Kingu and Gilgamesh. You get really unlucky, you get Kingu and Gilgamesh, but you know that like it's 3 SPs in Babylonia, right? Or is it only 2? I think it's 3. Ooh. So they're triple rare in this box. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3. I really like the foiling on this. But it's not anything. It's the Buddha palm. I'm not gonna run this, so it's worthless for me. I hope it's 3, because then if it's 3, right? Even if I strike out and well, not strike out. If I get Gilgamesh, would be great. If I get Kingu would be striking out. Then that means that if there's 3, then on the 3rd one, you're guaranteed to get a Eresh or Ishtar or a Mash, I guess. I think there's 2 Mash SPs in the set. Secret Rare as well as regular SP. So I'm getting a... It's actually pretty nice to get a rare and a double rare in a box. In each pack. Yeah, I would have to look up someone else's case opening to see if they got 3. Unless I got scammed and my case doesn't have SPs. Which is why I would never sell it to someone, right? In case, like, you know, I got bamboozled or something. Which I don't think I did. But I guess I'll find out when the time comes. Yeah, there was a secret mash. Like Shared Journey or something like that. And then there was a regular mash, which was like the one with her holding the shield. Oh, so this was a double foil box. I'm getting a lot of double foil box. Is it guaranteed to be double foils all the time if you get the super rare and then the triple rare? Rescue of the World Osmandius. I wonder if I need that for my deck. I'll have to look. Like, I don't know what the actual rates are because I know I'm just really, really unlucky when I actually do the breaks. Outside of like the mob psycho boxes, I don't think I've ever gotten really lucky with the breaks at all. Like, I think I've been striking out on most of them. All right, this pile is about to crash down, so I'm gonna have to downsize it. I know like they're just like commons and uncommons, but I still don't want them to get dinged up. Because then like if it's my own cards in my deck, I don't want them dinged up. And then if I want to eventually give the playset to someone else, I don't want it dinged up for them either. I know a lot of people sell like their common cards. They're like all just like fucked up, but I just can't do that. Was there a lot of people that were breaking Camelot? I don't even remember. I saw maybe like on the first on release, a lot of people were breaking it. I'm surprised not more people are opening it because from what I've seen, I don't think I've seen anyone hit like the 1 out of 10 Lion King yet. I don't think I've seen anyone hit the 1 out of 10 Lion King. I've seen like the higher numbers, but none of the low numbers. Although I'm getting all the SRs that I don't want. Outside of the Bedivere, I don't think any of the other ones so far are the ones that I want. Which, I mean, I'll live, I guess. I just want to play the deck, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, right? The copium. Like, this is fine, not getting the cards that I want. The round table rare I want the most is Mordred and Tristan. I don't even remember how many round table rares there are. Okay, I got another level 3 Mordred. This is fine. But yeah, you have no idea how much self-control it took me to not open this. I had this like sitting in my room. I'm just like looking at it every time I walk by. But it's just the fact that just sorting this is just so much work. Like this whole stack, I'm gonna end up having to sort. You know what? How about I will sleeve these after? I'll just put it in a pile and make sure I just don't damage them. Make sure I don't like scuff them up. Oh, I feel so bad to not sleeve these though. You know what? I'll see how much I can stand not sleeving it. I don't think I can stand it though. You're confirmed you're gonna be getting a case of what are you gonna be going into? The dungeon? You must really like the how to pick up girls from a dungeon anime. A whole case. Are they confirmed it's gonna be signatures though? Or they didn't say anything yet? How come this one doesn't have a promo card in it? Oh wait. Never mind, it was under the pack. That was weird. Cause I got this like before. I got this before like they announced like anything else. I was just like, oh, you know what? I just want it. I just want to play the deck. Although I might have changed my mind a little bit if I knew that it was 2 SPs for. Cause I feel more safe the fact that if there's 3 SPs per box, right? Cause I know if I'm super unlucky, like at least like 3 out of a 3 chance I would still get something good, right? If I'm super unlucky. But with only 2, that's rough. Only 2 SP per case is rough. But I think anytime there's a set where it's they have OFRs and stuff like roundtable rares, which I guess is OFR, that's when they only have 2. But 2 is like, I don't know, it feels bad to get 2. It wouldn't be so bad if the set was the SP pool is smaller, right? Maybe there's like 4 or 5, but this one has 7. So 2 out of 7, and not even like 7 good ones, right? There's only 3 good ones, and like the rest of them are just stuff that no one wants, that I don't want. I'm just hoping I get the triple rare Lion King Climax though. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense for Fate. I don't know. I feel like instead of one of these other characters, they should have had maybe like a Mordred SP instead. I think people would have been happy if one of the SPs were Mordred. I would even take like maybe like a Da Vinci SP or something, right? You'd be happy with. But like the monk girl, the assassin girl, and like the pharaoh girl, like why? Who would have wanted that? That, or like what they could have done was, instead of the characters nobody wanted, they could have did like a secret rare Mash again, or like a secret rare Lion King, or anyone else, a secret rare anyone else. Even if you threw in like Fujimaru, if you threw in Fujimaru as a SP instead of like Osmandius, I think people would be okay with. Or Mordred. I feel like Mordred would have been a good choice, honestly. Like, I don't think, did Mordred have a SP? I don't think so. I don't think Apocrypha had a Mordred SP. Or did she? I don't remember. But definitely people would have been way more happy with that than this bullshit. Oh, Shio's in there? They should pay me for product ideas. I mean, it's very weird since the people who do the card game, I would assume, play the game, and they know like what's in the market and what people want, right? They could just easily just look up like the card prices and go like, oh, people want these characters, or do like a poll or something, right? If you're really that oblivious. I don't think anyone like watches the anime and go like, oh yeah, I really care about this fucking character that shows up for like 5 minutes and we should make a SP out of that. Or like the monk character that no one cares about. Ooh, so there's one of the round table rares. Not the one I wanted, but it's the one that goes into the deck, so I will take it. Fuck you. It's not the one I want. I feel like it's going that way where I'm just gonna get all the stuff I don't want. But I mean, it's the core of a deck. I'll take it. Fuck you. See, I already know it's heading towards that direction where, I mean, I was ready for it, right? Before I got the case, I already told you, like, oh, I already know I'm gonna get the SPs that I don't want. Like what? I marked off, let me see, the 7. All these ones that I crossed out, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the ones that I crossed out. Originally, I thought my chances are 3 out of 6, but now it's down to 3 out of 7. 3 out of 7 is, my chances are pretty low. But that would mean that I would have to strike out twice though, right? Like, realistically, I would have to strike out 3 out of 7 twice in order to completely bomb. Mathematically, that should be really hard to do. Do you know how many roundtable rares it's supposed to be in the case? Don't tell me 2. Yeah, I don't think you can get duplicate SPs, right? I don't think that's possible. Is it possible? Is 2? Oh my god. Because I'm not going to buy roundtable rares for a deck. It's like, what, like $30 each or something? Fuck that. I do not play this enough. There's not enough people around me that plays this enough for me to want to max rarity this. Although that Mordred roundtable rare looks pretty nice. 2 roundtable rare? That's rough, man. And I already got one that I don't want. I mean, I could have gotten Gawain, right? It would have been worse if I got Gawain. That's not even in the deck. So I guess there's a bright side to it. Yeah, I think all of them hover around. Mordred might be the highest. How much are the other ones? Can you check how much the Tristan is for me? I don't think it'll be lower. Probably like 30 as well too. Yeah. I would assume all the ones that go into the decks are the expensive ones. Except him, right? Agravain, even though he's in a deck, I'm assuming because I pulled it, it's probably like, I don't know, like $15 or some shit. Because of course I always pull like the least valuable card. It's 15. I bet you it's 15. I don't even have to look, knowing my fucking luck. Although I'm not disappointed. Ah, that's a lie. I would like to say I'm not disappointed. And I get the triple rare that I don't need as well too. That's nice. That's just great. Which one is this? Is this Lancelot? I mean, it looks nice, but why? Why do I always just get the stuff that I don't want or I don't need? I feel like I'm cursed. Alright, we're making progress. We're like, Gawain's like 33. Alright. How about Agravain? Okay, alright. So technically, if I really want to, I could trade my Agravain for like a Mordred. If I want to. And then if I don't buy on TCG Player and I buy from someone directly, then I would be able to save on like tax. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna try to max, like get a high rarity version of this. I don't think it's worth it. Alright, I'm starting to run out of room. Lancelot, I would assume, is low because no one would run a Lancelot deck. Alright, still haven't seen one of the SPs yet, so
There's some things I want to tell you.
What's going on?
we are
Lie down with me.
somehow opening the boxes that don't have it, so we're getting closer to getting one then. Although, like, the sense of rush that you have from like opening these boxes is just, it's not the same as if you're like opening like Yu-Gi-Oh, where Yu-Gi-Oh, like, you just really don't know what you're gonna get, as opposed to like you open Weiss, you just know you're getting something, right? So it's not as exciting.
Be with you right now.
And I get an SR that I'm not gonna run. This is really bad. I'm getting all the SRs and the triple Rs that I don't run. This is not looking good, my friend. This is not looking good at all.
Are you leaving me?
We're all leaving.
I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh feels bad. Like, you could get a case. I mean, it has its good and bad, right? You could like completely whiff and not get anything, but then you could like still get something, right? But with Weiss is like, I guess if you can't afford to get a case, then it feels pretty bad as well too. Then it's just like really up to luck in Weiss. Like if you end up not buying a case and you just buy random boxes, and if you see someone else pull it, let's say like there's only 2 SPs in a case, and then you bought like one half of the case and some other douchebag just gets both of the SPs, then it feels really bad. Like you're just priming the case for someone else, yeah. Whereas like in Yu-Gi-Oh, like you never know what you're gonna get. Because hypothetically it should be like what, a Starlight per every 2 cases, but you could buy 2 cases and still not get a Starlight, I think. Which kind of makes you feel like it's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird how yeah, on average. So it's kind of weird how like Starlights are actually not that valuable. Like, do you see how like the Dark Magicians dropped to like $200? I wonder how I'm gonna sort all these. There's so many cards. So do I just lay them down on the floor, like just use the whole floor, and then put them in like stacks of 8? Is that how I'm gonna end up sorting this? Alright, let's put these on the side. I guess if I figure out the best way to sort this, I'll let you know so you know when you open your case. Because I feel like I should like lay them all out and then put them in stacks. Oh. So it's a double SR box. And of course, right, it's all the SRs that I don't need. Although, to be honest, it seems like one thing I noticed in this set is the SR versions of the cards is just... It's the same card except with just different foiling. It's not even like a different art. Whereas like in some sets, you'll get like a different art, I think. Oh, it's hitting the corner. I think I'm having too many packs at this point. Maybe I should throw out some of the wrappers. Yeah, it feels like they're all double foil boxes. I don't think I've had a single foil box so far. So I wonder, is that how they make up for not having good stuff? I just wish it was better double foils, right? Like, I don't know, it's starting to feel pretty bad that I'm getting all the foils that are not even the ones that I run in the deck. I don't know, it feels pretty bad. I ain't even gonna lie. I might have to move these stacks somewhere else because it's getting pretty high. The stacks of commons are getting pretty high. Like I said, what? I mean, at the end of the day, all I wanted to do was have the playset, right? The decks. So, can't be too upset, right? Yeah, change of artwork, right? At least in the other sets, I'm in like other sets, I'm pretty sure like you get different artworks with like the SRs. But so far in this, I feel like it hasn't been that way. It's literally just like a different foiling with the same art. Like, I don't know if they got lazy with this set or something. Ooh, another Mordred. Okay. Alright. So we're getting there. But we're somehow striking out on not opening the box of the SPs though. It's somehow working out that way. Alright, so where am I gonna put these? I guess I'll put it on the side, I guess, somewhere. Hang on. Let me move these somewhere. I'll put it behind me because this is getting way too high. I feel like it's just gonna come crashing down. And I'll sort it after the stream. I wonder if I'm gonna have like a lot of like spares. Alright, next box. Like look at these, like all these SR so far. I don't run this, I don't run this. The round table where I run. I don't run this, I run him. I don't run this, So out of this whole stack, I only use 2 of them. That's awful. Like, and if you think about it, like how big the pool of cards is, that means that I striked out. I also realized I dropped the common card on the floor too. Like if you think about it, like mathematically, it should be pretty improbable that you strike out that many times, right? Through a whole stack of cards like that. It should technically be impossible to strike out that many times, like probability wise. This is why I know like I shouldn't ever buy loose boxes, because I just know my luck. I'm just not that lucky of a person. Alrighty. It's like what? This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6 box. So we're 1/3 through already. This is actually going pretty fast. Like, what, it took me an hour to go through 1/3. Wait, that means that if it took me an hour to go to 1/3, this is gonna take me like 3 hours then. Alright, maybe I can speed it up by cutting them first. And then it won't be as long. I'll be more efficient. Since I'm not trying to preserve these packs, then... Although it'd be pretty funny to see like a whole stack of pack wrappers at the end. I could use that as like a thumbnail or something, I guess. I'm actually pretty excited to see what my SPs are though. I have very, very low expectations. Do I plan to keep a pack sealed? Nah. I meant I was just gonna keep the pack wrappers as like you know how like you have like the first page of your binder, you have like 9 slots. I'll just put like some pack wrappers into it, so it just looks nice, I guess. Like you open the binder, it's like, oh okay, this is my fake Camelot playset. Originally I was gonna do that for if I'm gonna sell a playset, but these playsets are so dirt cheap that if I end up like sleeving it and making it nice to sell to someone, then I'll probably end up losing like a ton of fucking money just like making a playset like super clean for someone else. So fuck that. I don't even know if I'm gonna go through like getting a playset for someone else. Seems like a lot of work to sell a playset. So I'll probably like just separate it and just hold on to it. Maybe if like anyone I know ends up wanting to play Weiss at some point. Alright. Are we gonna see the SP in this box? feel like I've seen all the other cards already like a bajillion times. Although I don't think I've seen the climaxes that I need that often. I'm seeing all the climaxes that I don't run. Like, I don't think I've fully assembled a playset of all the cards I need so far yet. Yeah, it's not... I don't know. Like, this... You saw, like, how high that stack was. I put it on the floor behind me, and it made, like, 4 separate stacks of cards. And this is not even with me, like, sorting through them yet. So... Ugh. Oh, look! Another SR that I won't run. What a surprise. What a surprise. I'm not even shocked. I can't even say I'm upset. Like, you just know, like, your luck, right? You just know when you're just not lucky. Some people are just, like, blessed with, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, some people, when they open boxes and packs, like, they're just blessed with, like, they just get all the good shit all the time. And I just know that I'm not one of those people. Like, if there's, like, the worst cards in a set, I would get the worst cards in a set. Alright. So we got more of the Lion King climaxes. Yeah, this is like, you just know at this point. Like, oh, okay, I'm always just gonna get the worst cards. What else is new? Not a surprise anymore. Surprisingly, I'm getting a lot of the Lion King level 2s. I think I have a playset of those already, like 4 of them so far. But I don't think I've seen a level 3 Lion King yet. I don't think I've even seen a single one of the level 3 Lion Kings. Jeez. That was when you were ordering on the breaks? And those are like Japanese boxes? Ah. Is this gonna be my first non-double foil box? It's starting to seem like it. Oh no, double foil, and of course, surprise, surprise, it's another one that I don't run. Who would have thunk? The level 3? Oh, consolation prize, I guess. Who would have thunk? Another SR that I don't run. Like, at this point, you could tell I'm not even making it up that I'm just not lucky with these things. Like, if... You know what? Maybe... Okay, there. My first Lion King level 3. This is the first one. This has to be the first one. I haven't seen a single other one. This is definitely my first Lion King level 3. Alright. We are almost getting towards the halfway mark. I think that was way more efficient for me to actually cut open the packs before opening them. Although, like I said, I haven't opened packs in so long. This is actually, like, pretty fun. I mean, bad pull rates aside, pretty fun. Wouldn't it be hilarious if I don't even get the 2 SPs and it turns out to be like an error box? Wouldn't that be fucking funny? Like that would just be hilarious, right? If it ends up being like some kind of error box where I don't get anything at all. It's like one of those things where like, oh yeah, some schmuck says that they got like more than 2 SPs in a case. I wonder what happened to the other guy that didn't get any SPs in the case. Imagine if I buy a case and that happens to me. My first case ever, and that's what happens to me, and I don't even get the guarantee to it. Because that's the reasoning behind some people saying, oh, if you do get an error box, then it's not Bushiroad's fault, because technically you're not guaranteed anything, right? So it's not like I could like complain and go like, oh, I opened a case and I got nothing. Oh, I got like only 1 SP or no SPs at all. They could just say, oh, well, it was never guaranteed to begin with. Because I think that you've seen it before, right? When people say like, oh, there's something wrong with their case. I think like, I forgot which set it was. Some people are saying that they didn't get like the SPs or something like that, or they had like 1 less SP. But then like if you ask Bushiroad about it, then they won't do anything about it because it's not guaranteed. Nowhere in their packaging says that you're guaranteed to get SPs or a certain amount. It's just not really like an average, but people are like, you know, once you open a case, you would know what you're supposed to get, technically. Yeah, I forgot which set it was. Was it the first quintuplets? Alright. I think that's the first one I've seen of that song. Getting a little nervous now that I'm getting closer to seeing what my SP is gonna be. Getting a little nervous because I know I'm gonna see it, right? But I'm not sure I'm gonna see what I want to see. Yes, something changed in one of those sets. I forgot which one. And then people were saying, oh, I only got this in my case or something. Or they're like some common like error cases. And then all you could do is just chalk it up to like, oh, quality control. Alright. Okay, I guess I'm making the second playset of the level 3 Mordreds now. I don't even have one playset of the Lion King. I hope I start pulling more of them soon. I'm getting a lot of this Sanjung. Like I don't know how many of these I've seen so far. Yeah, you mean like the Ghost in the not Ghost in the Past, like the most recent set where like they got like a whole stack of the ghost bells in one case. Like their whole box was like full of like starlights or something like that. Like it somehow like just clumped together. Yeah, Dimension Force. That one person with a whole stack of starlights, and you wonder why the price didn't tank on those. Oh no. No. Grand Creators was a good set though. Like I guess after it grew on people that the adventure decks were good. I'm pretty sure I have a full playset of this already. I guess it's pretty nice to have your own playset that you don't have to buy off of people. And then everything else is just like a bonus on top, technically. Piecing together the playset is pretty awful on TCG Player, unless it all comes from like the same person. Because then you have to pay shipping like individually for every card that you buy. Oh, my first MASH foil, level 3. Yeah, I think this is my first MASH foil. Not that I would run it, but looks pretty. Yeah, it looks nice. See, I'm not mad about that if I get like a card that looks nice. But getting like all those other junk ones of like just like terrible characters. You know what? Speaking of that, TCG Player subscription is not worth it. I did it for 1 month. It's not worth it. Someone did the calculate. Oh my god! For a second, I thought I got the Lion King SP. For a second, I thought I got the Lion King SP. I got a little happy for a second. This is the one that lets me. Okay. So I finally got an SR that I could play. Oh. I kind of sweated a little bit. I was like, God, did I just get the Lion King SP? I saw the second foil. This is the level 2 that lets you play the level 3 at level 2. So that's good. But yeah, someone did the math on the TCG Player subscription. You would have to spend like thousands of dollars on TCG Player for it to be worth it for you to subscribe for like I think it's you have to subscribe for almost like a full year before you get like 3 or 4% cash back or something like that. Well, the thing is that the track shipping thing is like a false thing, because if you think about it, you get track shipping regardless anytime you buy anything over like $20, you get track shipping on anyways. So, and aside from that, the only way you get track shipping is if you order something from TCG Player Direct. But TCG Player Direct doesn't really have that large of an inventory. Like, oh, another level 3, great. Because they don't have that large of an inventory for like cheap cards. Like, if you look on TCG Player Direct, you'll see that you never really see like $2-3 cards that have track shipping. But then if you're doing like a $50 order for like a foil, most of the time they're gonna have it on TCG Player Direct, right? Your main concern is like the only selling point is probably like if it's like a card that's like $2-3 or like $5 or something like that. But that's all based on like the seller, if they ship it like nice to you. Even through TCG Player Direct, sometimes it's the seller that ships it to you rather than TCG Player. Oh, finally another foil of the level 0. I think I have like what, 3 of it so far. All right, on to the next box. So that was the first SR that I could actually use. It'd be nice if I could get like 3 more of those. Let me see. What's her name? In the name of the Lion King. Let me see. How many of those do I need? I need 3. So technically I got 1. So if I get 2 more, I'd be really happy. But yeah, someone did the math. It's not worth it. Like, you're better off just not subbing the TCG Player. Because it's like, what? It's like $7-8 a month or something like that. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Because then if you use like a credit card, like some credit cards already have like, I don't know, like 2% cash back or something. I use my Chase Freedom Unlimited is like 1.5% cash back. So I have like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes left. We're like almost halfway through. Like, I think it'd be worth it if you're like someone that buys a lot of sealed products on TCG Player. Like, they sometimes have like the good promos of Like you get 10% extra cash back if you're sub to TCG Player or something like that, like the bonus bucks days. But then the problem with that is with TCG Player, you're paying tax. That's the thing. You're paying tax on TCG Player, whereas like a lot of places, if you buy out of state, you're not paying tax. So technically that 10% that you're getting back on cash back, you're not really saving because you're paying both tax and you're paying shipping. Whereas a lot of websites, like if you purchase over a certain amount, you might not even be paying for shipping at all. Yeah, that's the difference, right? So like if, let's say I order a case of Camelot on TCG Player and it's the same price, right? It's like 1,050. But then if I order it on TCG Player and I pay like the New York State taxes, like another like what, 10, almost like 10%, I pay like almost like $100 or more in tax. Whereas if I just order directly off of like, you know, 808 or something like that, then I'm not paying tax at all because I'm out of state. So the 10% that you made off of, you know, ordering with the bonus bucks, which isn't even cash, right? It's tied to the store and you're gonna have to spend it on TCG Player. Yeah, New York State tax is like close to 10%. It's like 8.75 or something like that. So that's why I never buy my card stuff in state. I always order out of state from like different stores because I think it's because like when the store is not operating in New York State, that's when you don't have to, when you do online shopping, you don't pay the tax on it. So like when I buy clothes, I actually go to like a different state. I go to like New Jersey or something like that. And then what some people do is like if they buy things, big things like jewelry, like wedding rings, they order in like a different state so they don't pay tax, like the New York State tax. In New York sucks. Like I think we have like some of the highest taxes in the country. How much is the tax in Hawaii? So I should be seeing another round table rare, and then I should be seeing the SP soon. Which SP do you think I'm gonna get? I mean, like, what I want aside. 4.7? That's like half the oh my god, that's so nice. Must be nice to not pay almost 10% tax. Must be nice. We want Lion King, right? But, you know, in life, sometimes you just don't get the things that you want. You know, sometimes you just gotta have those harsh lessons. Cause for sure, all the SRs is not the things that I want. All the triple rares aren't the things that I want. So why would this be any different? Yeah, it's not like you could like, you know, go to the next state over. Oh look, another SR that I don't need. Amazing. I don't even know who this guy is. Arash. Like some random character that played probably like 0 part in any of the story. Amazing. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Like I'm like what, halfway through the case, right? I can say at this point I'm allowed to be kind of mad, right? Getting literally like like 10 SRs of like ones I don't want. I think I'm allowed to be a little bit upset. Like to be mildly upset. But this isn't even eye candy, right? I'm getting all the dudes. Like if you told me I'm getting the mashes or something that I'm not gonna run the mash, like whatever, right? But I'm getting all the dudes. I would say I'm allowed to be mad. Alright, I'm getting better viewers. You know what? I don't even mind if I get better viewers, right? Because I'm gonna run him in my deck, but don't give me this guy. I don't think anyone has even made a deck for him. He must be like really awful for no one to even make a deck for him. Like, I don't think I've ever even seen anyone make like a Gawain deck or like a Lancelot deck. So it must be like completely awful. Alright, another level 3 mash. I guess technically maybe in the future I could consider running a mash deck. Since I have the cards anyways, right? Okay. We're getting there. Did you eat dinner yet, by the way? Oh wait, no, it's really early for you. It's like the afternoon. It's like 3 o'clock or something. Yeah, it was like better characters than last time. I think like out of all the round table. Oh my god. You said 2 round table rares, right? Of course I would get the ones I don't want. This is not boding well for me. So this means that... So I said the same thing about, oh, if I bomb on the SRs, at least I'll get the round table rares, right? I would like to say that if I bomb on the round table rares, that means I'm not gonna bomb on the SP, right? But then that logic has already failed me going down this route. So I have a feeling I'm not gonna have a good time getting to the SPs. Ugh. I'm not feeling good about this. This feels awful. I mean, I already said I was mentally prepared for this, but I don't think I'm mentally prepared for this. I have a feeling the ones I'm gonna get are these two. I don't want to jinx it, but I have a feeling it's gonna be these two that I'm gonna get. My salt levels are rising. Alright. I would like to say that maybe I'll make up for this when I open my Camelot case and then I get an Ishtar and a Arash. But then at the same time, I also feel like until I find out if it's 2 or 3 SPs, if it's 2 SPs, that means that I'm gonna get Kingu and Gilgamesh. I have a feeling. But I really can't believe that. Yeah, that's a round table rare. I was trying to like maybe like make myself feel better. Maybe it's a SR, but it is not. Cause I already have a Kingu. That was one of the first SPs I've ever pulled, and I got the Kingu. And then I knew better. I knew that I wouldn't be able to ever pull the Gilgamesh, and I just like bought the Gilgamesh straight up for like 140 when before I guess like all the hype stuff happened. Cause I knew like there's no way I was just assuming I'll never be able to buy a Babylonia box because they're probably like all like the prices they are like right now, right? Each Babylonia box is like close to like $300 a box. Oof. Getting kind of nervous since I already hit the round table rares. That means that all that's left is these SPs. And it's not looking good. This is not looking good at all. Alright, let me move this stack out of the way too. What am I gonna do, Cloud Runner? What am I gonna do? I just bought a case for these things. It was supposed to be a case. Logic has shown me so far. Technically, we can only go up from here, right? But so far, I feel like we've only been heading downwards. We've only been heading downwards. I don't feel like we're heading up in any way possible, shape, or form. Alright, more Tristans. I guess can't go wrong with that. Like, come on, I just wanted a Tristan or a Mordred. Just a Tristan or a Mordred. Oh, I already see a foil. Okay. Alright. It's a foil of something that I need. That's fine. I almost put that in the wrong pile. Alright, they're I'll take that. I will take that. But you see how like the art is exactly the same? The art is exactly the same except the foiling is just different. It's so lazy. This is the level 0 that you run. It's the one that you could like search the level 2, I think. Or you could search the event with this one at level 0. But yeah, it's the one that you run, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Anything better than more of like the Pharaoh lady or whoever that other jackass was. I don't care. As long as it's an SR of something I put in my deck, I'm fine with. That's all I need, right? Something that I could put in my deck. Not this guy. Not this guy. What am I ever gonna do with that guy? Nothing. He's just there to go in the binder. Not Osmandius either. Alright, so that was one foil, right? So we could still get the SP in this box. I'm getting nervous to see which was gonna be. Alright, more level 0 Lion Kings. I don't run this level 0 Lion King. Because I don't think the level 0 Lion King is actually that good. I think all it does is like give like 500 attack power or something. I think there are better options in the deck. Alright, so... I'm just getting all the cards I don't want. Of course, right? Another Lancelot. Maybe it's telling me that I should run a Lancelot deck. And whoever the fuck this guy is. I need to run a Lancelot deck or whoever that guy is. Maybe that's the play. That's what I need to do. If you think about it, it's pretty crazy how many rares and double rares there are. Like I have like a whole stack here. I don't think I would probably have to like unpack another pack of perfect fit sleeves just to fit all of them. This is definitely more than 100 cards. I wonder, should I even... Yeah, I'm gonna sleeve it. It feels bad to not sleeve, like, even though it's just rares, it feels bad not to sleeve foil cards. Yeah, I actually wonder if the Lancelot deck is actually that awful. That I've never seen anyone make a deck for it. I've only seen the MASH deck and the Lion King deck. I haven't ever seen the land. Oh, there we go, another level 3 Lion King. I think that's 3 of them so far. That's the 3rd one that we've pulled so far. So we need 4. Are we even gonna pull 4 in the rest of this box? Another 4 in the rest of these boxes? Because I think I've been keeping count of the Lion Kings. I don't think I've seen it. Yeah, because I've seen people send me on TCG Player like regular rares, just like in a plain white envelope. And I ain't gonna lie, that kind of tilts me. Like, it's a foil card. Put it in a penny sleeve or something. It's not that expensive, right? Like a penny sleeve. Another Agravain. That's like the 3rd one. It's very weird. All the stuff that I need in my decks, I haven't seen that many of them. I'm seeing a lot, like, the Hassans. Like, how's it possible I'm getting so many of the cards I don't want? Yeah, I don't like when people mail in card savers. Like, it's like I feel like that's more cursed than mailing me something in the rookie, the yellow colored rookie top loader with a lot of tape on it. I think card savers tilt me more. And I know a lot of people say, oh, shipping it in card savers perfectly fine or whatever it is, but I don't feel like it's acceptable. For me, like, if it's something over like a couple dollars, I ship it to them in a top loader. At least, like, I'll give you like, and when I mean top loader, I don't even give you like the ugly top loaders, right? The ones that are like bent with like tape and gunk on it. Like, those I don't even use because I feel like it's kind of disgusting to send people stuff in top loaders that are just like full of like tape and shit that like their cards could get stuck on. Oh man, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more boxes left. So we're officially halfway through. It took me almost 2 hours. I'm speeding up though, because the first hour I did like what, 6? Like, no, the first hour I only went through like a couple boxes, I think. So I think I'm speeding up. Oh really? I never thought of that. You mean like acetone, like those like nail polish removers? But yeah, like, you should have, if you buy cards, right, you should have like a lot of like really shitty top loaders to like put people's cards into. Yeah, I guess I'll keep all the wrappers and then I'll just dump it all in like a pile, and that could be my thumbnail for opening this. If anyone actually wants to see what I ended up getting. Yeah, first hour was like 3. I was like really slow. I think that was because I was like talking a lot. Not that I'm not talking a lot now, but I guess I was like looking at the cards individually. But then I guess like after the first few boxes, you've kind of seen everything. Yeah, at this point, I feel like I've seen everything, so I don't think it matters anymore. I do find Twitch fun though, like when I play through like all the games I've never was gonna finish. It's pretty nice. And I guess like it's kind of like YouTube where it doesn't really bother me when no one's watching, because even when I'm doing YouTube, it's kind of just like me by myself anyways. Oh my god, this pile is getting so high. Alright, what's the SP gonna be? It's gonna be in this box. Another Mordred, nice. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have more than one playset of the Mordred now. So we need more Lion Kings. I don't mind not having a full playset of the things that aren't that great, but not having the Lion King would suck because the Lion King I think is one of the more expensive double rares. I don't want to have to piece together like a second playset by buying off of someone else. And I would assume I should count. Make sure I have 2 playsets. While everything's cheap, right? Because then like I would assume like once it's out of print then the prices are gonna go back up. Alright, what's it gonna be? Ooh, okay. That's a new one. Not something I would run, but that's a MASH SR. That's a new one. Level 2-1 MASH SR. I should probably top load that, huh? But then I'll probably sort through this stuff later. No big deal. Yeah, because like when you don't want to get on release, right? You want to get it like roughly a little bit after release. Like I think that's like when it's cheapest. If you get it on release, like it's still kind of expensive, and then it tanks like around like 2-3 weeks after. Like right now, I think it's like the lowest point for these. All right, so I have a lot of the level 3 mashes. I don't have enough of the Lion King. Is this a foil? It was. Oh, I got one of the triple rares that I need. The switch on algorithm. Although it looks really lame. It's just his shiny hand. I'll take it. So I want at least one of the triple rare Lion King Climax. Just one. I'm not greedy, right? I just want one of them. Was that a double? Okay, so that was a double foil box. So that means the rest of them I could just kind of go through faster. Oh, another Lion King level 3. Okay. That's my 3rd one, so I'm almost at a full playset of those. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but it's also kind of really weird. Like, as a guy, you know, your right hand is, you know, shining and burning. You know, kind of, you know what I mean? I'm either at a playset or I have 3. But that's still kind of bad that I haven't pulled I'm at a playset of the Agravane, I think, though. But it's still kind of bad that I haven't pulled more than one playset of the level 3. I know Mordred I've had more than one playset right now. I'm still kind of upset that I didn't get the round table Mordred. But I'm not gonna let it get to me. Maybe they'll make it up to me by giving me the Lion King and a mash. Yeah, actually no, I don't want a Lion King and a mash. I want a Bedivere and a Lion King. At least I could put Bedivere in my deck. Okay, another Tristan. I think I have a playset of Tristan now. I think I run 4 of him in my deck. Cause mash, I already have the Japanese one. I already have the Japanese mash with the signature, so Bedivere would be nice. Or, you know, give me a serial numbered one. I wouldn't be mad either. I wouldn't be mad with a serial number card either. Not a big fan of them, but all right, we're down to 6, 7. This is box one of the 8th box that's left. So now we're down to 7 boxes after this. And we've killed multiple trees just to get these many things. Man, if my luck is this bad with this, imagine when I open those 60 blisters of Evolving Skies. I'm gonna get like Garbivars. Is Gardevoir in Evolving Skies? I don't remember. Yeah, we're getting closer to... It's actually working out. I was afraid that I would get the SPs at the beginning of the boxes, and then I'll be just like really bored opening the rest of these. But it's also making me very, very, very nervous, because this could also mean that I could have no SPs in this case. So if I actually get back down to like the last, let's say like 4 or 5 boxes, and I still haven't hit the SP yet, then I don't think it's looking good for us. Evolving Skies actually didn't hurt me that badly. When I opened the Japanese one, I got the Japanese alt art, I think Espeon, and I sold that for like $100 because I don't really care about Espeon. And then I got Sylveon when I opened the English Evolving Skies from like a random blister, which I actually like the alt art Sylveon. I wouldn't mind Flareon though, but I think Flareon alt art is from the boxes, from those the set boxes, like those collection boxes, which I actually didn't end up buying. I didn't feel like buying them for like over retail. Like out of all of them, I think Flareon looked the nicest. Like Jolteon, I call him Volteon, I don't know why. Jolteon and Vaporeon, I don't think the alt... Yeah. I don't think like Jolteon and Vaporeon one looked that nice. Oh wait, you mean the regular Vs are still in the set? It's just the VMAXs? Oh, 10 over retail isn't that bad. Where'd you get it from? Did you get it from 808? Or you got it from like a different store? Ooh, we're getting closer. We are getting closer now. Kind of making me nervous. Making me feel actually kind of anxious. Oof. This is gonna be a big oof if I get something real shit. Oh, there's a place closer to you? Oh, so Aerie is far from you? You're lucky to actually have multiple cards. What the fuck is this? What is this? It's a... Oh god, it's the Gawain triple rare. I have no words. I have 0 words. I'm not even shocked. Surprised. Oh, 10 minutes is not that far. That's a pretty close drive. For me, my card shop where I'm gonna play cards with the guy locally from me, I still have to drive like almost like half an hour. It's not that far, but it's like a lot of local roads because it's not like highway roads, so it still takes like half an hour for me to get there. Because there's no card shops anywhere near where I live. I live on like kind of like an islandish type of area. Getting all the triple rares I don't want. And I don't think I'm gonna sell them either because I think they're like all less than like $5. I don't think it's worth my time. This is like a very good example of what someone's experience could be from buying a case. So pretty much technically, if all you want is SPs, just buy the SPs straight up. I don't think it's worth it. Unless like you really want to crack open a case and just like open cards yourself. That's almost like doubly true when it comes to Pokemon, right? Pokemon, you just like straight up just buy it. Just buy it. Don't even try to crack open the packs to try to get what you want. Like in Pokemon, you'll probably always walk out like an L. Yeah, maybe the Gawain deck will somehow be meta later on, and I'll just have all the Gawain cards that I need. And then Lancelot will also be the meta deck. Yeah, Pokemon are just straight singles now, because I think the problem with Pokemon is the sets are too big. The sets are way too big. It's almost like impossible for you to land on like what you need. Not what you need, but what you want. Wait, so I land the triple rare, so that means that the SP could still be here. The SP could still be here. But then sports, you're not playing with the cards, right? So you're just collecting the player that you want then in sports. Like, I guess like the athlete that you want. Because I have like some wrestling cards and I would buy the cards that I want. Like, oh, okay, I want the auto of like the guy that I like. Yeah, like EN just like dumps like a lot of stuff that you just don't want into it. Like, oh, okay, like a rainbow item, and then like a gold version of the item. Whereas like I feel like the Japanese sets are just like way smaller for Pokemon. I definitely have 2 play sets of the red Mordred now, the level 3 Mordred. But I still don't have enough of the Lion King, which is kind of worrying me. Oh my, okay. I saw purple, and I thought it was the SP, so I thought it was the assassin girl. That kind of scared me. Oh my god, that scared me. Not that this is good. Not that getting a Da Vinci that I won't use is a good thing. But I would have been tight if I got the assassin girl. She's like, what, like a $60 card or something? Oh. That was close. Yeah, Da Vinci is nice. I won't run her though, but I mean, she's a brainstormer, I think. I mean, I guess it's not bad. She could be ran. But yeah, I just saw the purple, and I legit thought that it was the Assassin Girl SP. I was like, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. All right. 7 boxes left. After this is 6. Look how high this pile of wrappers is. We're getting close. I can't believe I went through more than half the case and I haven't hit even one of the SPs yet. That's pretty insane. Like, probability-wise? That's pretty insane, because I hit the round table rares already. So it's pretty insane that I haven't landed this. And it's pretty insane that I got so many of the assassins and the Pharaoh girl. They're literally giving me the worst stuff in this case. Whoever at Ideal picked me this case, I hate them. If I don't get a Lion King, Bedivere, or a Mash, I'm gonna be upset. Must be like Jesse or something that picked. Must be like Jesse or something that picked this case and shipped it out to me. Like this case is cursed. I feel like this case is like cursed. Although I'm enjoying opening this since I haven't opened packs in so long, but not the best. My problem right now is not so much even the rare cards right now, right? I think my problem right now is I don't think I have a full playset of the Lion King double rare yet. And my problem with that is that means that if I don't get a full playset of even one of them, that means that I won't have 2 playsets of the level 3 Lion King. And I'm pretty sure the level 3 Lion King is like more than $10. So, because I'm pretty sure I've seen 3 of them so far. So if I have 3 of them, 8 minus 3, that means I still need 5 more to make the 2 playsets of the Lion Kings. Because I know I've seen the Mordred, I've seen the Mash, even Bedivere. I'm not sure if I've seen. I'm not quite sure if I've seen 8 of the level 3 Bediveres. Alright. What's the SP gonna be? I'm seeing a lot of these Hassans. A lot of these Hassans. Is it because the level 3, I don't think it's been 8. I don't think I'm even close. I don't think I even have 4. You know, I think I'm seeing a lot of the Hassans because these are rares. I'm not separating the piles of the double rares. I think that's the part where I'm overlooking. Because the... Oh! 3 round... Gawain, really? So there's more than 2 round table rares. But I just got another one that I don't want. Why? Why are they doing this to me? And I mean, it's a pretty card. I mean, the character is cool, right? But all right, here's the problem now, right? So if I got the Gawain, what if the round table rare replaced my SPs? What if that happens? What if I don't even get my 2 SPs? I mean, it's a cool looking card, right? At least it looks better than the Lancelot. But, yeah, I don't know right now. I'm just... I definitely have 2 playsets of Tristan. I definitely have 2 playsets of him. I'm just kind of, yeah, I don't know. What if I don't get the 2 SPs? Huh. I'm not feeling good about this. I am not feeling good about this at all. That would be really fucked. If instead of the 2 SPs, I just get the shitty round table rares. think I'm close to 2 playsets of this level 0 at least. The level 2, I don't think I have 2 playsets of yet. I think I might have 1 playset of the level 2. I definitely have way more Mordreds than I will ever need. I have more than 2 playsets of Mordred. Man. I'm not feeling good anymore. I got like that Spider-Man thing going on. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Ooh, wait, no. That is not the one that I want. That's the... Yeah, this is a level 0 that I don't run. I mean, it looks pretty. It looks nice. Except I don't run it. Should I run it just because it looks pretty? Man. Not feeling... I mean, it's good that I got a 3rd round table where it looks cool, but... It's worrying. You know what I mean? It's worrying that I'm getting a 3rd round table rare and I haven't seen a single SP yet. Imagine I open this whole case and I don't get an SP. And I like how I just talked about how like buying a case and investing in it is a bad idea. It's cutting it close. Oh, there we go. Another level 3 Lion King. See, at least like let me sleeve this. Just because. This is my... I think I made 1 playset of the level 3 Lion King. See, at least this level 0, the art changes, right? Even the text, like what they say, changes as well too. But the other ones is just like literally just a foiling change and then that's it, with nothing else. Yeah, this is nerve-wracking, man. Like at this point, I almost feel like I would have felt more relaxed if I pulled at least one SP first. Then I would have felt a little bit better. Oh, that was only 1 foil now. Okay. This is cutting it very close. All right, let's clear this. Oh man. Oh no. Oh God, please no. 6 boxes left. 6 boxes left. We are, you know what? In hindsight, I should have sleeved all the double rares, but I know it's taking too long anyways. I should have sleeved all the double rares so that way I could count how many of close to 2 playsets I have, or at least if I have 1 playset. That probably should have been a good idea. But it's fine. This is fine. Oh look, my 2nd, 3rd mash. I don't think any of these promo cards actually go into any of the decks. Maybe the Egyptian girl. But I don't think the other ones are actually like part of decks. Yeah, everything in hindsight. I'm nervous, man. There's 5 boxes left. I better hit the SP in this. Like, the closer I get to the last box, and the closer and not seeing an SP at all, is making me nervous. Can you imagine if I really bought a case and I end up in the exact same scenario that I just made a video talking about how... Imagine, like, how feels bad buying a case. Hi, Third King. Thank you for following. You're about to see towards the end of this opening. We have this is the final 6 boxes. Like, I just made a video talking about how you could sit on top of a case for like an X amount of years and you could end up not even having the guaranteed SP. And it's happening to me right now. 18 boxes with 6 left. And we haven't seen... We got 3 round table rares, the shitty ones, but we haven't seen a single SP yet. Did I put the pack somewhere else, or is this this small? Alright, let's go. Is Simple Plan like the how could this happen to me? is it that song? Alright, not this. That's so like 2000s. Wasn't it like that, like the meme for a while? Like everyone was using it. Alright, I definitely have, I think, 2 playsets of the Aggravain. Not including my round table rare Aggravain as well too, right? Not salty about that at all. I'm not salty about that at all. Yeah, it takes me back. Early 2000s internet. Oof. I'm not feeling good about this. Just show me one SP. Just one. Oh, I think I see it. I don't think it's what I want. Oh, it's not SP. It's a climax. Okay. What is it? What the hell is this? Oh, it's the Osmandius climax. Another triple rare that I won't use. I think this is the Osmandius climax. It's not the Rigorongoloid. Alright, for all I know, maybe eventually one day I'll use it. Who knows? Alright, so we can still get an SP in this box. Oh, another Lion King level 3. Yes! I'm happy about that. Less nervous about not having 2 playsets of this. I think I have 1.5 playsets of this now. I should either have 5 or 6 of these. Definitely not 8. I definitely haven't seen 8 of them. Alright. Yeah. Haven't seen the SP yet. No SP yet. Alright, I think I'm also close to 2 playsets of the level 3 Bedivere. I should probably sleeve that, actually. I think I run 4 of him in my deck. Hey, Dumping Slayer. Not much. We're getting close to, out of 18 boxes, this is the 6th. We have 6 left, and this is the 6th one. And so far, we've pulled all the stuff that I don't want. The round table where we got a Gawain. It feels horrible to even go through this. We got a Gawain, we got a Lancelot. Who was our last one? Oh, and an Aggravain. So far it's I don't even want to go through this. This makes me feel terrible even looking at this. So we're getting all the stuff that we don't want. Yeah, it hurts for me to even go through that pile of cards. It just shows me that I just got a bunch of stuff that I can't use. I can use this for my deck, right? Can't use this, can't use this. I don't use this. I don't use this, I don't use this. I use this. This is awful. Alright. So out of this whole stack, let's see. Out of this whole stack, I could use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I use 5 cards out of like what? Like more than 20? That's pretty awful. And they're not even like the ones I would ideally want. Feels fucking bad. Did I hit the double SR in this box already or not yet? I don't think I did, right? Wait. I think I see it. I think I see it. I think it's something that I want. It could be one of two things. This is either the Lion King. Or I don't think it's the Lion King. It's not blue. Fuck. Never mind. I don't think it's what I want. Fuck me. Oh my god. Is it? Yes! Yes! It's not serial numbered, but it's what I want. Alright, I'm happy. I could walk away with the W. I could walk away with the W. It's not serial numbered, right? It's not. Alright. That is fine. It is perfectly fine. Oh. Oh my god. You have no idea how worried I was, Dumpling, opening this case because all I've been getting is garbage. All right, let me get this into a sleeve and into the one touch. Oh my god. Oh. Can't believe I actually got the Lion King. Oh my god. You have no idea how happy I am about this. But you know what? One thing I noticed? This is fucked up. It's actually scuffed. It has a white dot on the back. It's fucked up. I can't believe I got it, but it's fucked up. No, I got a whole case, but I can't believe it's like... Because none of the cards are... Hang on, let me find a different card. All of them are like, normal, right? But this one has a white dot on the back. Like on the actual card itself. I don't think it comes off either. That is awful. I can't believe I actually got it and then it's messed up. Oh, it's fine. I don't plan to sell it, but it's fine. It's not ideal, but... Alright, let's get this in. Yeah, just playing it over, right? Hey, I got the Lion King at least. Can't complain. Can't complain. I am so happy. I am so happy about this. It's not going... Oh. This is the problem I was talking about how, with one touches, if you have, like, the perfect fits that, not all of them fit perfectly in a one touch. Sometimes you get perfect fits that are, like, not tight fitting, and then they don't go in all the way. And they're just, like, loose. Oh, man, I might have to figure this out later. Yeah, it's not going in. Yeah, I can't believe I got it. The silver lining of the dot in the back. Alright, you know what? I will figure out the one-touch situation later. Let's just throw it into a top loader for now. I don't know why sometimes the one-touches just don't fit. We will settle for the top loader for now. We'll put that right here. And then we'll figure this out later. Oh, man. I'm so relieved. So technically, you know what? If I whiff the rest of this, whatever. Whatever. They should have a Da Vinci SP. They should have one. I can't believe it's messed up though. That would of course happen to me, right? Gills they rise. Is that like the really bugged out guy from Fate Zero? Like the dude that eats like children's, right? Yeah, I got the card that I wanted the most. I mean, having it scuffed, I guess, like, doesn't bother me too much. I mean, of course, it just happens to me, right? But I mean, it's not scuffed. It's like printed onto the card. It's like a white dot on it. But it's the card that I wanted the most out of this whole set. So I'm not even like, not even upset. Like, you would think like, oh, at some point you'll sell it, but I don't think I would ever sell it. Oh man, I'm so happy. I won the 1 in 7 chance. The 1 in 7 chance. Oh look, another Mordred. That's like my 10th or 12th one. Is it? I guess so. It looks so nice. Like in all its glory, like right here. It just looks so nice. I guess at worst, like having that white spot on it would give it like a 9.5 or 9 or a 9.5. I think if like I don't know if I'll ever send my cards into BGS. I feel like I like the fact that PSA slabs are a lot smaller than BGS. Is it considered like a surface issue? It's not like dented in. It's literally printed onto the card like that white dot. So I'm not sure how much they would even ding you for that. I've never actually sent cards in myself. I've normally just like picked them up. Alright, so what is the bet that's gonna, the second SP is gonna be? What do you think the second one is gonna be? If I get a second one. CGC is actually chunkier than PSA. When I first got my PSA slabs, I thought PSA slabs were, I thought it was fake or something like that. It was actually a lot, it's a lot thinner. I guess I could show you sometime. I think you asked me that before. You asked me like, what's the difference between size-wise between the PSA and the CGC and then the BGS. BGS is the chunkiest. They're huge. When you pick up a PSA slab, it's very, very light. Like, it's like very, very light. It's out of all of them, it's the smallest slab. It's the cleanest. Yeah. PSA is the cleanest. I personally like the PSA slabs. I think people only submit to BGS because it's like they want the black labels. That's why. But I think if I ever submit my cards, I'll probably wait till PSA goes down in price, and I'll probably submit everything to PSA. Because with PSA, the thing is that like even if you get like a really low grade, you'll still end up with like the same color slab and everything, right? You get like a 1, and it'll still be like the same slab. Whereas like a BGS, if you get anything lower than I believe a 9, you end up getting like this like ugly ass like white label. Like it just doesn't look nice. I personally don't really like CGC, to be honest. I have like a 1 CGC slab. I don't like CGC because I feel like the blue looks really like old-fashioned. It's hard to describe. It seems like to me it feels like it's like very, I guess, like cheap looking, if that makes any sense. Yeah, white label for BGS is definitely like terrible. I don't like it. All right, let's see. What's my second SP? I can't believe I got the Lion King. Like, I'm not even like as anxious anymore about what I'm gonna get for the last one. Do me dirty and just give me like the Egyptian lady or something. It's fine. This is fine. It'd be nice if I don't get done dirty. It'd be nice if I get Bedivere. I want Bedivere for my second one. Yeah, I say it now. I know I'm gonna be salty if I get the stuff that I don't want. Yeah, I'm gonna be salty. That's a lie. I'm gonna be salty. All right, so we're close to a second playset of the level 2. You know what? With 5 boxes left is my 5th box. I would want the SRs that I want, that I could play. That'd be nice. More Da Vinci's. Yeah. Yeah, what are the chances, right? People walked into the stream right as I pulled the Lion King. Like, right as I pulled the Lion King, someone walked in. Make sure I'm putting it in the right pile. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get like another round table rare. 4 round table rares, maybe. Maybe my luck is at an all-time high. I mean, I would assume it's pretty boring to watch someone open like a whole case. It's not really that exciting, to be honest. I'm not sure I would even watch someone open the full case. But thank you for keeping me company, by the way, Cloud Runner. I think when I watch openings, I've watched some of them every once in a while. I normally just skim through it to see what the result is. And I'm not a jerk, right? You know how some people, like, they hide whatever their polls are, so that way they force you to watch the whole thing, as opposed to, like, some people just leave out what their big polls are so you don't have to watch the whole opening. Like, that's so scummy, right? They always, like, oh, they poll it, and then they don't put timestamps or anything. They just put them away. And then, like, if you want to know what was polled, you would have to watch the whole stream or, like, the whole video to do it. That's so clickbaity. I mean, I get the reasoning behind it, but do you really have to do that? Oh. Hey Nectar, thank you for following. I wonder if you saw when we pulled the Lion King. Now we're just waiting to see what the second one is. I mean, I get it when people dip after seeing whatever the big pull is. I mean, I skim through. I'm not gonna lie, like, I make videos, but when people do like opening videos, I just skim through the video as well too. But I hate when people hide their polls and force you to like watch the whole video. It actually makes me not want to watch the video. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have like 2 playsets of that. Oh, you just got into Weiss? Hey Shukubuku. What made you get into Weiss, Nectar? Did you see like a video online or something? Or you had like a friend that played? And hey Shuku. Welcome to the stream. We just pulled one of our SPs out of the whole case. We're down to the last 4 boxes after this. So there's 4 boxes left. I'm opening the 5th box. So there's 1 SP left. There's no more round table rares. Oh, you both just got into Weiss? How did you guys get into Weiss? I'm actually curious. I got into Weiss because I really like Mob Psycho and Fate. So I actually wanted like signed cards for Gilgamesh. That's how I got into Weiss, which is kind of really funny actually. Of course, another Nictorious. Wait, this was my SP box. So, okay, so the rest of them is not gonna have any more foils. Look at how lazy this art is, though. Like, this is the SR version of it. I mean, it's a different art, but it doesn't look that much, like, nicer. This is my second one of the SR, I think. The second one. I don't think I'm that unlucky to get 3 of these. Oh. You were just at the Anime Expo that happened? Oh, there are people playing Weiss there? Did you play at like the demo station? That's the one where you get the Shioko promo, right? The Bushiroad on the road. It looks like a little... Oh! Another saber. I'm pretty sure now I definitely have one playset of this. Ah! I'm jealous. I really want that Shioko promo. Although I have the one that's not stamped. Oh. Did you buy any booster boxes, by the way, Nectar? Did you buy like the Hololive, like the exclusive one? I don't know what other boxes they were selling. And you probably picked up the Chainsaw Man promo card as well, too. I definitely have like almost like 15 of these now, I think. Oh, they were sold out, really? Yeah, because I know like a lot of people were buying those because it's like hyped to open it. Oh, it's kind of really cool that a lot of people are getting into Weiss. I never really thought going to a convention would get people into playing Weiss. Ooh. Wait! Did I just get 2 SPs in one box? Or did I open another box? Was this another box or is this the same? No, it's another box. Was it the same box? So I got 2 SPs in one box. I have to go back on this. And I got the one No, I don't think it's the same box. No, I don't think it's the same box. This is not the same box. Can I timestamp this? Oh, whatever. I'll go back and look at this. 2 hours 28, but I got the 2s I want. It's not the mash, but... Alright, is this one messed up too? Alright, this one is... It's not messed up. This one's not messed up, unlike the other one. Because we were saying earlier, I saw this, unfortunately, the Lion King had a white dot on the back. Like a print defect. Alright, it's not serial numbered. Both of these are not serial numbered, but... Whatever, man, I'll take it. I will take it. Alright. Does this mean that the rest of them will not have anything then? Or... Yeah, I guess like having really shitty roundtable rares meant that I guess my theory was correct, right? If I bombed on the roundtable rares and I bombed on the SRs. Yeah, I mean, there's still 4 more boxes. Let's go through them. Will I be lucky and get another roundtable rare? Because you said there was supposed to be only 2 and I got 3, right? Could I be lucky and get something else? I just can't believe I got the ones that I wanted. I low-key did not want the MASH. I actually wanted Bedivere more than MASH. Especially since I have the Japanese MASH. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I mean, right now I'm banking on getting more of the good triple rares. So I have 3 more boxes after this. I'm banking on getting more of the good triple rares. And then I also need more of the level 3 Lion King. Hang on. I can't reach. Thank you for following, Shuku. Oh, really? That's kind of cool that people are getting suggested my YouTube videos. Yeah. Unfortunately, with Weiss, I don't think I really went too in-depth enough in the video, to be honest, about sealed products. I think the one thing I forgot to talk about is, like, if you're, aside from buying it for personal use, right? I think the one part I didn't talk about in the video, which I might have to, like, you know, do something, add on in like a 2-minute video or something to talk about, is that the problem of investing in Weiss is that since the rates are set, long term, the fact that you have to force someone to buy a whole case of Weiss in order to get an SP is completely different from other card games. Because in Pokemon, you don't have to force people to buy like a whole case, right? In order to get something. But in Weiss, you're forced to buy a whole case. So let's just say hypothetically, if the prices go higher, that means that a base cost of a case is already like at retail $1,000, around like $950 to $1,000. Like the good sets are like up to like $1,300. That means that long term, if you invest in Weiss, you're assuming someone's gonna buy your case for like what, $2,000-$3,000 if it triples or whatever it is. That's a pretty big investment and pretty hard to offload. I don't think it's like that great of an idea to invest in Weiss, to be honest. Like, imagine, like, you have to find someone willing to buy a whole case and then assume that it's not tampered with for $2,000-$3,000. As opposed to, like, every other card game, you could offload, like, it's very easy to sell one booster box, right? If you look at, like, Pokemon, people are buying, like, XY Evolution boxes still for, like, $800 each. Because they know that if you buy, like, a loose box, you're still having chances of getting something. As opposed to Weiss, like, unless you buy a case, then most of the time you're boned. Oh. You have no idea how relieved I feel right now. I actually still wonder if it was in the same box. I don't think it was in the same box, but I'm definitely going back on this and looking later. I know there's some way for me to mark it, but I don't know how to do it, so I'll just have to like manually go back. I guess at around the 2-hour mark is when I pulled these SPs. They're back to back, so it should be easy to find. And I guess I could clip it or something. You know when you get really excited and then your head kind of hurts afterwards? I'm kind of experiencing that right now. I can't believe it. There's like a glare here, but I still can't believe it. I can't believe I got both of them. Tokyo Revengers. Oh, in case you don't know though, yeah, I have a headache from excitement and anxiety. If you're gonna get trial decks, make sure you get at least 2, because trial decks don't get reprinted, and you need 2 trial decks in order to make a playset of them. So if you ever plan to play the Tokyo Revengers set, you want to at least have 2 trial decks. Yeah, and then you can preview what they look like in the Japanese, because the Japanese is already out. I like Tokyo Revengers, but I had the choice between getting Fate or Tokyo Revengers, and since they were both stamped anyways, I was going with Fate because I really, really like Fate. Like, if you end up checking out the rest of my channel, you'll see like everything that I get is all Fate stuff. I guess I'm just like a Fate simp. Oh, they were. But yeah, make sure to get the 2 trial decks. Booster boxes, whatever it is, right? Those you could buy whenever. But trial decks will never get reprinted. Once they get printed, that's it. Once they get printed once, you'll never see trial decks again. And if there's like cards you need for a deck, then it might be really hard. So just make sure to buy 2. The panel. they had a panel for Weiss for Tokyo Revengers, or you mean they just had like a Tokyo Revengers panel in general? Oh look, another. You know what? I'm not even mad about this one. I'm not mad about this SR because I think I run one in my deck. That's the backup counter. Not even mad, actually. Or I think I'm just not mad because the fact that I know that I pulled the things that I wanted, I'm not even mad anymore. I'm feeling pretty good about this. The sense of relief that I have that I'm not gonna get duds of SPs. You have no idea how relieved I feel. Did I miss any foils here? No. I have to go through the whole like stack later. There's a Bushiro. Ah. Yeah, I think like Tokyo Revengers is one of those sets where you could get into if you're not into like waifu type characters. Because I think the one problem with Weiss is like, unless you're really into waifus, a lot of these sets are just like all like female characters, like Hololive and what's that singing girl? Pop Dream, Bang Pop Dream. I don't know why I call it Pop Dream. Bang Dream. So like it's very rare to get like a set where it's like all dudes, just like cool guys. But at least the cards will be cheap though. If you plan to play Tokyo Revengers, it might not be that expensive because the one thing about Weiss is like unless it's like waifu type characters, then the cards are pretty cheap. Even fake Camelot, I think it's because like there's a lot of dudes. I think that's why it's so cheap. Because no one wants dudes. Because this is what all people want. This is all they... Am I gonna get TOS? This is what all people want to see. Is that even considered TOS? I don't even know. Like showing like booby cards. Alright, I definitely don't have enough of these level 3s. I don't think I've seen a playset. And that's mildly upsetting, actually. I have enough Tristans, for sure. Oh, how many boxes do you get, Shuku? Yeah, No Game No Life definitely is TOS. At least the Japanese one. I wish you luck on your pulls, and you're luckier than I am. The only reason why I went to a case of this is because I am extremely unlucky. Both me and Cloud Runner, we do break sometimes with a break site called AO8. They stream as well too, and I never get SPs. And this is literally my only way of making sure I get SPs. All right, another Lion King. And whoever the hell this is. All right, another Lion King. I think I'm close to 2 playsets now. Okay, I think I'm starting to see the 2 playsets. And then if I'm missing one, I could just run the SP, right? 2 boxes? Good luck. Where did you buy them from, though? Did you buy from, like, at least make sure it's from, like, a reputable store? Because, mapping is also a thing in Weiss as well, too. So, you always want to make sure you buy from, like, a legit store. No, do not break the bank on Weiss. Do not. I don't even break that much on Weiss. The only reason why I got a case is because, like, I haven't opened Weiss in a very, 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 very long time. When Mushoku came out, I just joined in on the hype and I opened, like, 3 boxes, and that's it. But in general, unless it's something that I really want, I don't go in on Weiss. If it's, like, a deck, I'll wait for, like, to get just the deck and buy the deck itself, which is way cheaper. Because with Weiss, like, ooh. Sorry, I got interrupted. This is a new one. I've never seen this before. I don't think I use this, but level 1 Raider Knight Mordred. I think I used this in my deck. Sorry guys, let me look real quick. I'm not stalling, I swear. Raider Knight Mordred. I thought I run. Oh, I run 2 of this in my deck. Great. I got SR to actually need. All right, so we're down to our last 3 boxes. So if we actually did get 2 SPs in 1 box, then that would mean that we should have 1 more SP, right? If we got 2 SPs in 1 box. If we didn't and Cloud Runner lied to me, then that means that we're just banking on SRs and triple Rs. One of the stores on the Weiss Schwarz website. Which one was it, if you don't mind me asking? But I only buy Weiss Schwarz online as well too, because I don't like paying tax. We were talking about how my state's tax is like almost like 9%. Hey Rito, thank you for following. Was it Rito? Rito? Rhino? You're just in time for my last 3 boxes. I'm on box number 3. Lumius. Lumius, that's my local store actually. Yeah, they're legit. They are a legit store. Rito, yeah. Rito. Like Rhino, Rito. Yeah, Lumius is a local store. I'm actually very happy that they opened, because the problem with Weiss Schwarz is because everyone's so like investing in it, there's no one that really plays it. So I was really happy when Lumius opened. Did they charge you tax, by the way? Did you say the Ziggs thing because I have like a drawing of the Ziggs somewhere? I think in the about section, I think I have like my Ziggs drawing there, the Snow Day Ziggs. That was from like years ago. That was like when people were playing that game like Draw Something. I think that's when I drew that Ziggs. Because I had this Twitch channel for a long time. I just like never used it. I figure since I'm doing this card stuff and I was gonna upload anyways. If you're, I was saying, I got sidetracked easily. If you're gonna, when you mean buy a deck, do you mean like, oh, okay, so if you buy out of state, then you don't get charged tax. Because Lumius is in state for me. If I buy from them, they charge me the New York State tax, which is like 9%. So I normally would just go in person or like pay cash or something. But yeah, I used to buy from Gold Star because when I first started off as well too, because they don't charge tax. Gold Star is legit. I've bought my Mushoku display case from them. I bought 6 trial decks from them, and I got the Rudy SP trial deck SP from them. So they don't map stuff out. So Gold Star is legit as well if you're buying from them online. What was I talking about? As for buying a deck, Nectar, you mean just buying trial deck, right? You don't mean like buying like an actual full set deck? Yeah, people don't understand, Righto. Like when you buy things online, like people don't understand that like not paying tax is a really big deal. Especially if you're buying like sealed products, like, oh, you're buying like booster boxes or whatever. Like paying, like not paying tax is like make or break. That's why I was telling Cloud Runner that the TCG player subscription is not worth it, because a lot of times you could probably just buy things from other stores without paying tax, and that'll probably make up for whatever bonus bucks you get back from the subscription. Okay. Because Nectar, I was asking that because if you're just piecing decks together, sometimes it's cheaper to just buy a playset or piece it together yourself on TCG Player. Which SR is this? Tristan. Oh, the level 0 Tristan. I'm getting the stuff I want at the end. I think this is the Searcher Tristan. It's kind of ugly though. Is this the same as the Round Table Rare Tristan? No, it's not. Oh, wait, never mind. I lied. I don't think this is the one that I need. Womp. Whatever. I walked out with the W. So we got the SR. So we could still have something in here. No, I lied. I don't think this is the thing I needed. I could look again in my deck list. Let me see. The level 0 Tristan. Heart of the Beast? Oh, I do need this one. Oh, I run one of them. Okay. I run one of them. Okay. I'll take that. Yeah, I'm getting everything in like the last half of the boxes. I feel like I got so many of these. It's not even a double rare. Like the sense of relief that I have that I didn't get boned. I guess like my biggest worry was not even having the 2 SPs, right? That would have been my biggest. Another Lion King. Okay. Everything in the last half. I think I just went through like a whole pack of perfect fits. And there's not even counting. I didn't even sleeve the stack of yeah, like when I got the 3rd Round Table Rare, I thought that replaced the SP and I had a fucked up box. I actually wonder when I upload these videos on YouTube, are you allowed to curse on YouTube? Because I know I've dropped the F-bomb before in all my videos. I'm pretty sure I've dropped the F-bomb before. I know I've called people assholes before on YouTube, but I don't think I've straight up cursed before. Over the course of like, what, 2-3 hours? I'm pretty sure I dropped the F-bomb like a lot of times. Is there a way to like censor it? or maybe at worst you get demonetized, which I'm not even monetized anyways, so I think I'm fine. I don't know. I mean, I was just gonna upload this anyways in case people wanted to see it, but I was streaming this because I'm assuming no one is ever gonna watch a 3-hour opening. 3 hours worth of opening. No one's ever gonna watch that. Alright, so we're down to 2 boxes after this, and then we're done. Should I open my Vmax Climax as well, too? You saw a Bang Dream opening? Is it a new set of Bang Dream that just came out in English or something? Or do you mean you saw, like, a case opening of Bang Dream? Like the Million Live thing? Yeah, I might... You know what? Let's pop open the Vmax Climax after this as well, too. I'm feeling good. At least, like, Vmax Climax, I know, like, I don't really care about, like, the side cards. I'll clear my desk afterwards, and then we'll do it. That would mean... See? Shuku, that would require me to be able to know how to edit this in order to put 20 minutes... And despite me actually doing YouTube videos, I actually don't know how to edit things. I guess I could learn. That, or I guess I could record this and then I could speed through the whole thing. But that would be pretty hard, right? So Vmax Climax, I'm aiming for that fat Pikachu. I want the fat Pikachu. Ooh! No, that's Lord Camelot. Alright, I don't know why. Whoever just heard that, that was a really weird sound that I just made with the ooh. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. That was really weird. I got really happy because I thought this was the Lion King climax, but this is actually the MASH climax, which I don't plan to play a MASH deck. It doesn't even look like anything. It's just like a blue beam. So I didn't even get one single one of the Lion King climax in a triple rare form. I feel like I got a lot of MASH stuff instead. Morphonica. See, nothing against Bang Dreamer. I just personally never watched. Is Bang Dream like an anime, or are they just like a music group? Someone explain this to me. Someone explain this to this pleb. I feel terrible for not understanding Bang Dream, but it has to be popular, right? The fact that it has like so many sets. Alright, let's make another pile. I have so many stacks of cards. We're down to the last 2 boxes. Alright. Did I just lose my box cutter? Oh, no. Brought to you by the Amazon box cutter. Oh, so they do have an anime. Are their songs like original, or do they sing like covers of like anime songs? Because I've seen like clips online of like, I don't know if it's Bang Dream, that they sing like anime covers for like popular songs. Like I saw one clip like where the girls were singing like the Gurren Lagann like theme song. All right, last 2 boxes, and then you know what? I'll open one of the Psychopass boxes, the really messed up one, and then I guess I'll open the Vmax Climax, like one of the Vmax Climaxes as well too. So I guess we'll get to see that as well. Yeah, because I had like 4 of the Psychopass boxes, right? If you saw my loot haul, one of them was like really banged up, so I might as well open that one. Although I have the SPs already, but I want the foils out of that box. Oh, they do originals and covers. Yeah, I figured as much that Bang Dream was just really popular, because there's no way that Bang Dream has like, I don't know, they have like 20 million sets in Weiss. It has to be popular for them to have so many sets, right? So again, these are the last 2 boxes of the Camelot. And I would say alright, that's a lie. I was gonna say I made out like a bandit. I did not make it out like a bandit. I made it out sort of like a bandit. I redeemed myself with the SPs. I'm gonna have to clear... No. I just had to clear the comments off the desk, but we'll leave the foils on, because after the stream ends, I'm gonna have to sleeve everything, and I'm gonna have to sort my cards anyways. I'm not gonna make people watch me sort through my cards. But yeah, I'll open one of the Psychopasses, and then yeah, we'll pop open the Vmax Climaxes. Why not? Yeah, I ain't even mad anymore. Like, I have so many of these level 0s that I don't plan to use, but you know what? We got the stuff that we wanted. All I wanted was these 2 SPs. I'm not even gonna lie. All I wanted was these 2 SPs. They look so... The Lion King just looks so nice. And you can't even consider the Lion King like a waifu character. The Lion King's like pretty manly. D4D? What's D4D? D4DJ. What is that? I feel like I know what it is, but I don't know what it stands for. Alright, I still need more of the level 3 Lion King, I think. I need at least one more, I think. One or two more. So I hope I get it in these last box. I have one more box after this. So we want at least one level 3 Lion King. We don't care about anything else. One level 3 Lion King. That's all we want. Bushiroad's other franchise. Yeah, I think people were talking about that, right? I feel like I don't really do those videos like that. Some other YouTuber talks about stuff like that. Let me stretch my back. Big B on YouTube, he talks about a lot of like the franchises. But I think the thing is, I feel like Bushiroad, since they lost a lot of licenses because of things going to their own card games like Shadowverse and Build Divide, like they lost they kind of lost the Aniplex franchises. They've been leaning very, very, very heavily on they've been leaning very, very it sounds so weird when I make those sounds. Heavily on their own franchises, which is good and bad. Looks so nice. I'm pretty sure I run this level 3. I'm very happy with the rest of this box. Yeah, I'm getting all the stuff that I want towards the end. But yeah, they've been leaning a lot on like just their own personal franchises, which is why we don't really see a lot of like third-party sets, right? So it's a pretty big surprise when you see things like Disney, you see like Chainsaw Man and stuff like that. So we don't have to like get like the 5 million set of like Bang Dream. As much as people love Bang Dream, I think the appeal of Weiss is that they have a lot of different anime franchises. I honestly feel like they could have got Demon Slayer if Demon Slayer didn't end up having its own card game. I think Demon Slayer has its own card game, right? They probably could have got Demon Slayer if that wasn't the case. Which is a shame. It would have been really nice if Demon Slayer came to Weiss. I was almost expecting it might have came. The Pixar set. Yeah. I wish the Pixar set came in English. I don't play Japanese. Like, I could probably like print out the translations for Japanese, or you could just remember what the cards do. But for me, I just don't want to have to like translate it, or like, I feel like the problem with playing JP Weiss is that it kind of gatekeeps a lot of people from playing Weiss, because like as a new player, do you really want to play against someone with like a Japanese deck? And then like you have to ask every time like what their cards do, unless like they print it out. Unless they printed out the translations, right? But still, like as a new player, you really wouldn't want to play against someone with a Japanese deck. Like, let's be honest with you, right? It's like playing like, imagine like a different card game if you play like Yu-Gi-Oh! And then like if someone whips out like a Japanese deck while you're playing like an English deck, like you really wouldn't. It just like doesn't feel as good. But I know like the thing with Weiss is like it has like a really long like an old community, so a lot of them feel like, oh, it's okay to play JP decks. But I feel like it kind of, to new players at least, it's kind of like, you know, kind of keeps people from playing the game. All right, I'm still hoping for another level 3. At least one more level 3 Lion King. It's not like a big pull, so, you know. I have enough of these. I think I have 2 playsets of those. You played a Demon Slayer game? Is it Demon Slayer game in English? Oh, no, you're talking about the fighting game. I thought you were talking about the card game. Yeah, My Hero Academia has a card game, but what I would say is, with all these new card games that are coming out, especially anime card games, if you're just playing them for fun, fine. But if you're looking to buy them for like value, like if you're gonna buy like expensive cards from those things, I would just be careful, because I feel like a lot of these anime card games are gonna die out. They're mainly all cashing in on the fact that people are really into card games right now, but I don't feel like they'll survive. Like even like something like Dragon Ball Super, they have a card game and people are paying a lot of money for the cards, right? But I don't feel like Dragon Ball Super is gonna survive long term, because like there's so many of these anime card games that came out like in like the 90s and stuff like that, and most of them just like vanish, especially like because there's only so much you could do with one franchise, right? Ooh, another MASH level 0. The reason why I feel like Weiss is like so long lasting is just because it has so many franchises that it could build off of. So that's why, you know, Weiss has been around for like 10 years. But as for like, you know, with something like My Hero Academia, right? How many like, you know, characters and sets could you possibly do with My Hero Academia? Like, are you gonna just like reprint like All Might and like Deku like over and over again? For your question, Shuku, it's not always 2 SPs per case. So some sets have like 3 SPs per case. 2 SPs has been for like sets where they have like things like OFRs. In this case, for Camelot, they had something called, let me find it. This brings back bad memories to even bring these out. So they have roundtable rares, which is like another type of rarity. So whenever they have like special rarities and sets, they end up having like 2 SPs per set. But normally when they don't have these special things, it should be like around like 3 SPs per set. There's some kind of math formula in how they calculate it. They have the maximum amount of SPs and then they divide it by 2 and then they round it off. Like for example, if you look at 7 Deadly Sins, I forget how many SPs are in 7 Deadly Sins, but they only had 2 per case as well too. But as for like every other set, a lot of times you'll see 3 per case. But going forward, I feel like Weiss is leaning towards 2 SPs per case because they hate us. And a lot of the new sets all have like things like OFRs and like roundtable rare type special rarities. All right, we're down to our last box. So we'll do this, and then let me get my Psychopass box as well. Alright, cool. Alright, so we have a really fucked up Psychopass box. It's just like, you know, dented in and stuff. But it is like old as heck. And we're gonna open this. I might as well, I planned anyways. And I have like 2 Vmax Climaxes, and then we'll open that as well. Because I'm feeling pretty lucky right now. I sound like a gambling addict. That's what people say when they're like at like the slot machines. And then they lose their life savings. They're like, yeah, I'm feeling really lucky right now. That's exactly what gambling addicts say. Don't do this at home. Feeling really lucky as they put their next paycheck into the slot machine. Alright, out of curiosity, so this is my last box of Camelot, right? Let's see how many of these promos we actually got. I'm not running any of them, right? So we have 1 MASH, this lady, another MASH, 1, 2, Lion Kings, MASH, Assassin Lady, 4 MASHes, 2 of her, 3 of her, 3 Lion King, 4, 5 mashes. So, oh, okay. So we got a playset of each of them, and then we got extras of the Lion King. Cool. So it worked out for this. All right, we're down to the last boxes, guys. Let's hope we get something good. Will we get lucky and maybe get more than we should? Is it possible, you think? Later, Nectar. Thank you for following and just hanging out. Hey, Jamie, how's it going? Yeah, I'm about to... Mobius? You mean like the mobile game? I'm not gonna lie. I used to play Final Fantasy Mobius as well too. And shamefully, I spent money on that game right when the game was about to shut down. Oh yeah, it's not a fake card game per se. This is like an anime card game called Weiss Schwarz, and it just so happens they have like Fate series. But you know, SP for Steins Gate. Oh, Steins Gate is really expensive. The booster boxes, from what I remember. Yeah, Mobius Final Fantasy. I remember I dumped money on that game because I really wanted the Sephiroth class, and I really wanted the Cloud First Soldier class. It was really shameful. And then the sad thing was that the game shut down like literally a month later. But yeah, Steins Gate is really expensive. I don't think Steins Gate ever came to English. I think Steins Gate is Japan only. What the hell is that? Oh, that scared me. The flap for the cardboard box of the case just it just closed down. I thought there was someone in my room or something. That was spooky. Yeah, I remember it. I didn't really know how to play the game, but I just remember I dumped money on it. It was pretty shameful. Mobile game things. Ah. Did you get anything good in the box? Or you're leaving it sealed? Boosted boxes. Yeah, I was awful at Mobius. I just like, I auto battled. Do you guys see this? This pile of wrappers here? The boosted box. Okay, another Da Vinci SR. Okay, so I didn't get another good SR. But we could still have a double SR box. It's a shame. I think the Da Vinci card is for the MASH deck. Because it's blue. I'm pretty sure it's for the MASH deck. But it's fine. I mean, it's a pretty card. I mean, it's a pretty card. I just won't use it. Yeah, seriously, right? I look like some kind of addict with this like pile of wrappers on the side. It'll make like a good YouTube thumbnail, I guess. Thumbnail, I guess. This is what $1,000 worth of packs looks like. It feels shameful. It feels shameful to even say that you spent $1,000 on a case. But to be fair, I didn't spend on any of this stuff for a while, so that justifies it, right? That's really good. Like when I was opening these, I noticed, did all of my boxes have double SRs? I don't think so. I think some of them didn't. Getting double SRs is a pretty nice feeling. I should probably hydrate. Oh my god. My head's starting. I can't tell if my head's starting to hurt because I'm stressed out. Logan Paul, right? The same guy that bought like $1 million case and then got bamboozled with G.I. Joe cards. Did you know that Logan Paul actually... I don't care about Logan Paul, but he signed with the WWE, so he's going to be like a wrestler now. I don't follow him, but I follow wrestling. And I was like, that is so weird. The fact that, like, both him and his brother, like, scam people with things like NFTs. I can't believe, like, they've still been, like, they're still around for so long with, like, no issues. Like, they both do kind of, like, really, really weird and terrible things. But for some reason, like, kids just love them. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just, like, a boomer or, like, a Gen Z or whatever it is. Like, I just don't get it, but kids love them. Oh, my... It's another Lion King that I don't need. You know what? I'm not even gonna be mad. I got a lot of stuff that I want. I got two... I keep getting this SR that I don't want. But it's okay. This is fine. I'm not even mad. Not mad. Not mad. Not upset. We got one extra round table rare. 3 rather than 2. So we should be happy about that, right? So we got a lot of the level 2 Lion Kings. This one. At least I'm like accepting that I'm, you know, somewhat upset, but I'm not like super mad, okay? I'm trying to cope. I'm trying to cope. I'm trying not to be triggered. At least I'm enjoying this, right? I'm enjoying seeing the fake characters. As long as I'm not seeing Lancelot. You have no idea how nice it is, the fact that I didn't get her as a SP, and I didn't get the monk as a SP. You don't know how good that feels. Like, not getting her as a SP as well, too. Like, you don't know how good that feels. Like, I was... Alright, have a good night, Shoku. Thank you for dropping by. And thank you for witnessing my glory and coming in just at the right time. It's actually, I still think it's insane that people keep coming in just as I pull the SPs. The timing is just like ridiculous. Like both times. So I'll open the Pokemon after this too. But we'll do the Psychopass after this. Yeah, it's just like, it's insane, the timing. Both times, like, that I pulled these, someone came in. Like, how is that even possible? Have a good night, though. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get her as an SP, because I wouldn't use her anyways. Although, I'm kind of upset that I don't think I have 2 playsets of the Lion King. The level 3. I guess I'll search through everything later and then I'll let you know, Cloud Runner. But I don't think I have 2 playsets of that. Which kind of sucks. Alright, so that's it for my Camelot. Let's get rid of this stack and then let's move on to the Psychopass box. Woo! I'm actually excited for that. Wouldn't it be insane if I open my Psychopass box? And close. I think I'm missing. Alright, so you know what? Let me just skim through it real quick if you guys don't mind. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, 5. Never mind. I'm pretty sure I have 2 then. 5. 5. A 5. What's 8 minus 5? 3. I still need 3 more. Math is hard. 3 more. Do I have 3 more of this? You know what? I'm not gonna... I only need 3 more. In this whole stack, I have to have 3 more, right? I'm not gonna skim through, because I don't want to, like, scratch the card surfaces, so we won't do that. Alright, so we'll leave these 2 homies here. Let's do the Psychopass. We'll do the Psychopass, and then I'll do the Vmaxes. It's kind of crazy opening the Psychopass box, because this is, like, really, really old, right? How old is the Psychopass box? I don't even know. Like, probably, like, at least 5 years. I don't think they say the year of when this came out. Do they? I don't think they do. Oh, does it smell like ancient feudal Japan? No, it doesn't smell like anything. Because you know how, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards have, like, a certain smell? Ooh. I have so much recycling I gotta do later. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could tell that smells like Akihabara. No, but you could tell, like, they've been sitting for a while because I don't know if it shows on camera. Like, someone walking in and just, like, watching, like, some degenerate, like, smell the pack like a weirdo. They're gonna, like, report me to, like, Twitch or something. But the cards look kind of warped. Because you know how, foil cards curl over time? Yes, Psychopass is amazing. Foil cards curl over time, so I think these cards actually started doing, like, the Pringle curl. Because I think extra boosters, they, it's all foil cards. But it's pretty nice. I guess I'll put it in my binder. Akane. Oh, I guess it's not all foil cards. But yeah, they have, like, a certain bend to it. They're not flat. Akane. I forgot his name. He's, like, the main villain. Okay, so the ones at the end are foil. Oh, look, I won points. Mega expired points from, like... Does it have an expiration date on it? I don't even know. I think those are points, right? Or it's something else. It's for something. I just don't know what it is. Can't read whatever it says. Like, I could read the kanji for, like, these 2 letters, but I don't know what it says. Bobas? Oh. I like this card. I think there's a foil version of this card. I hope I get it.
We get so wrapped up in numbers in our society, and
it looks so faded, the colors. I can't tell if it looked like that before, or it's because the cards are old.
That's what's important.
But I guess it really didn't matter that I'm opening these boxes since I got them for, like, super cheap. And I already have the SPs, right? If I get the SPs, then it's just a bonus. If you never watched the anime before, Cloud Runner, really good. Season 1. I definitely recommend watching Season 1. Pretend the other seasons don't exist. The other seasons of Psychopass do not exist in my mind. But this makes sense why the SPs that I had like a curl to it. I mean, I watched the whole thing too, but I think once they lost, like, Kogami as a main character, it kind of went downhill. Like, the second season dropped Kogami. He never came back, right? And then, the girl became the main character, which was still pretty good too, because she was a good character. But, afterwards, it just sucked. So then, like, they just, like, had, like, different characters afterwards, which weren't, like, as interesting. Oh my god, these cards are so bent. Look at this. Look how curled up it is. Alright, down to the last pack. I haven't really watched any new animes recently. I'm trying to watch Spy X Family because everyone says Spy X Family is good. Although I haven't made it past the first episode yet. Oh, so cute. Alright, so I did not get the foils that I want. But I did get this one, which I really don't mind. So these, I'm actually gonna keep the foils. I'll put it on the side of my desk. Let me dump this. And then, let's go ahead and do the Vmax Climax. Should I change the title? Let me change the title so people don't think I'm still doing Camelot. I guess we'll change it to Pokemon. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I mean, animes take, it takes a lot of, you have to be really in the mood to watch it, I think. And the thing is, like, a lot of animes also kind of suck as well, too. The new ones. Alright. See, this is just an excuse for me to go through all this stuff that I've been wanting to open. But let's just ignore that. So do... Should I do both of them? Yeah, I'll just do both of them, whatever. Why not? Did you break up with her, like, recently? Or was that a while ago? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Just curious. Yeah, I mean, that sucks, honestly. When you just, like, been with people that, you know, you just do everything together. Oh, you weren't dating. Oh, it was just like a friend? Big yikes. Oh. That's a plot twist. Oh, Cloud Runner. Vmax Climax has God packs, right? I think. So I have a chance of getting God packs? Oh. That sounds terrible. That sounds horrible. So I have a chance of getting a God pack. I can't be like the only one that cuts packs with scissors, right? You do this as well too. I feel like it's so much cleaner to open packs like this. I feel like more... Is this a God pack? The first card is a foil. Does that mean it's a God pack? On purpose? Is it? Or is it always a foil on top? No, it's not. It's not. I lied. I thought it was because I really like this Weedle card. I thought it was a God pack because it was a foil energy card on top, but I guess not. But yeah, I really like that Weedle card. I have no idea. Gloves, another energy, or Beetle, Leon. Oh! I got the Blaziken! This is a good start. Are these supposed to have like multiple foils in the packs because it's a special set? Like with the energy, because they're like 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's like 5 foils in the pack. Is that normal for Vmax Climax? Cause I think that's what tricked me and made me think it was a god pack. But this was definitely a good pull. It looks so nice. It's such a nice card. Put that there. This is definitely like... See, this is the difference between Japanese sets compared to English sets. With English sets, you're just like left with disappointment. But with the Japanese sets, you get like the special sets like this where you're gonna get good. I guess you always get the hollow energy in the front. Okay, so you know it's not a god pack if you just like go through it. Eevee, Charmeleon, Birdkeeper, some shit necklace, some energy, Zekrom. Don't remember what the name of this shit is. And a Zamazenta. Am I even gonna bother sleeving the Zamazenta? Sure, why not? It looks nice though. Not Zamazenta. Is his name Zamazenta? I forgot. The monkey. The monkey. I think it's Zamazenta. Or am I remembering it wrong? Because I remember I have the altar of him in English from the Chilling Reign set. I honestly don't remember the monkey's name. I'm gonna stick with Zamazenta. I think it's Zamazenta. Alright. Fire energy. Some fish. Flip bug. Cast form, I think. Fairfield Stadium, I think. Cheryl. The fan. E-drill. What the fuck is that? I have no idea what that is. And the name blanks out on me. I don't remember his name. These cards smell weird. They have this like I almost had the smell of feudal Japan again. It has this like weird like chemical smell to it. Maybe it's like from their printing process. It smells funky. Not that I'm trying to get high off the cards, but it smells kind of weird. I'm just saying. Alright. Galarian, Mr. Rhyme, Abominable, Jolteon. Don't remember the chairman's name. What the heck is this? I have no idea what that is. There's like the berry dude. Bacon. Ooh! The character rare Gary with Vaporeon. That looks really nice too. Probably worth like nothing, but it looks really nice. I don't think I have enough top loaders, so I'll have to finish doing my I probably have to finish doing my Fate stuff first to see what I'm gonna top load, and then decide from there. Did it? They have this. It's really weird. They have this like this weird like sweet chemical smell to it. You know what cards smell really nice though? Yu-Gi-Oh cards smell really nice. No other card game has cards that smell nice like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like Yu-Gi-Oh cards have this like very, very, very nice smell to it. Water energy, the Stonehenge thing, Snom, Zigzagaroon, the Chairman in Snow, Boxing Gloves, Urshifu, Moltres, and another Gary. Gary with Flareon. Or I guess they don't call him Gary, they call him like Blue. Like this just feels so much nicer to open than English sets. Like Yu-Gi-Oh cards just has this like it hasn't changed, right? Since Upper Deck now to Konami when they print it. It has this like there's just certain card smell to it that hasn't changed for like 20 years. Like Yu-Gi-Oh cards smell good. Like when you open the pack and you smell it, it's just like, this just smells like chemicals. I think it's because every card's a foil, so that's why it smells like chemicals. So I should probably stop smelling it. Like for all I know, I'm like getting cancer from it or something. Lamb. Another one of the cast forms. Some tower shit. I want this. This is what I want, right? I want the full art trainer version of this. Galarian Friends. Zigzagaroon. Flossmoth. And Crispy Bacon. I do not want Crispy Bacon. Not even gonna bother sleeving Crispy Bacon. How is it that they did Centiskorch for literally every set? Like Centiskorch was in Shining V-Star, was in Shining Fates, and I'm pretty sure I saw that shit in some other set as well too. Lightning. This is a really cute Charmander, actually. Okay, Cubfu. I don't remember the apples. I feel like this is like a test to see if you know the Pokemon's name. I forgot the apple's name. It's like something to do with like a apple pie. Lantern, Marnie, Bronzong, Octillery. Not the Pikachu that I want, but a Pikachu. Well, that's it for this one. That was a lame pack. Not the Pikachu that I wanted, but we're getting closer. So we want Galarian Friends, and then we want the Pikachu. I feel like I'm doing better than most people in remembering these names, though. I would assume most people don't even know most of these names. So I would say I'm doing pretty well. I know Leaf Energy. Snobble. I don't remember the ghost name. I don't remember. Zigzagoon. Water Energy. I don't know, some fucking orb. Some graveyard. I have no idea what this is. I have Charizard. And Urshifu VMAX. Charizard's always good, right? Can't go wrong with a Charizard. I guess we'll sleeve it because I really like Charizard anyways. Although I still have to find a very, very tight fitting sleeve to put the SPs into. Is my screen getting darker? Oh, my flux is turning on. Okay. The smell. Yeah, thanks for clipping that. Is that when I smelled the Psychopass one or when I smelled the Pokemon one? Wonder if it's the one where I said it smells like ancient feudal Japan. Alright, Fire Energy. I don't remember the Onigiri looking guy's name. I don't know, like another type of the cast form. Spinarak. I have no idea what her name is. Some water thing. Alchemy? Electrode? I don't remember the monkey's name. Completely escapes my mind. Okay. Sylveon? And Fighting Energy. So I guess my hit of the box, if I don't get anything else, is gonna be the Blaziken VMAX, which I really can't complain. And then I got the 2 character rares as well, too. Oh, the Pokemon one, okay. I'm pretty sure the Pokemon one, all I said was it smells like chemicals. Like something smells weird about it. Yeah, I can remember all the original 150, maybe all of them. Maybe. You know what? That's a lie. I probably won't be able to remember most of them. I don't remember what the buffalo's name is, like Tauros. Fighting energy. Is it a Voltorb or is it Electrode? I think it's a Voltorb. Electrode's the one with like the stupid grin on his face. Gardevoir. I said his name earlier. I don't remember. I know she Gloria. Fighting energy. Boss's orders. That's a really cute Snorlax. And a Mimikyu. Ooh! And an Eevee. Eevee character rare. The Eevee and Bill. We'll sleeve that. That's really cute. Yeah, it looks so nice. I'm just gonna go through the other box. I'm not gonna do Evolving Skies today because I've been doing this for almost 4 hours. The character rares are so nice. Which card did you say you need from this set? Cloud Runner? Where's my box cut? Smells like Japan. And I'm pretty sure like that chemical smell was not something I should be smelling though. Alt Art Blaziken? Not the VMAX, right? Not this one, right? This is just like a character rare. There's an Alt Art Blaziken in this set? I wonder what it looks like. Alright. So let's just see if I got boned and I don't get anything else that's good in there. Yeah, even the boxes. This boxes smell like so chemically. God. If someone watches this, they'll probably think I'm like some kind of drug addict. Like, I'm like smelling the boxes. I'm gonna have to like smell the Evolving Skies when I open it. Like, they just smell kind of weird. I don't think I'm getting high from them, but the altar is funky. The only Blaziken altar I have is I got really lucky in Chilling Rain, and I got the Chilling Rain alt art. All right. Will we get a God Pack to end it? Yeah, I mean, not weird like that, I guess, right? Lightning Energy, Eevee, one of those Tafukoku ones. The Ghost one, I don't remember his name. I feel like I should. Marnie, Orb, Gardevoir, Octillery, Dog Thing, I don't remember. Duraludon VMAX, and another Bill's trainer. I feel like with Japanese cards, there's Spiritomb. There we go. With Japanese cards, their centering is so much better than English cards. Like, all of them have like PSA 10 level centering. Whereas like English, you get like cards with borders that are just like completely lopsided. So I feel like if you ever grade Japanese cards, they probably grade like way better than English cards. I guess I don't have the cursed Brit out because I didn't get a busted case. Made up for it with these two. Not all the time. Not all the time they're worth more. But in regards to like, I think sealed Japanese actually is worth a lot. Spinarak, Rayon, Battle Tower from Sword and Shield, the Apple Dude, Flossmoth, Urshifu V, and a cast form. Yet, I don't know. Like, you understand why I was feeling very nervous with that case, right? It was feeling pretty sus. It was pretty sus, man. Not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna get boned. Quarter Energy? I have no idea what this is. Like the Stonehenge thing, Galarian, Mr. Rhyme, Clara, Lantern, Energy, another Charizard, Bronzong, Calyrex VMAX. Ooh, another character rare. I should probably sleeve the other ones too, but I really like the character rares. The other ones I'll probably do afterwards. But yeah, that case was pretty sus. Pretty sus, not gonna lie. Those round table rares was not making me feel good either. Alright. Flareon? Rockruff? One of the cast forms again? I don't remember her name. Oh, this is the Morpeko, I think. The Exodia Morpeko, which I just put together upside down. Wait. Oh, that's really cute. I guess I'll sleeve that actually. That is very cute. We guys got the Morpeko Exodia. Although, I don't play the actual Pokemon card game, but it's pretty hilarious that they have cards that combine together like this. Like, I wonder if they're actually good to play with. Like, does someone just like whip out like the Exodia Morpeko and just like start clapping other kids? Yeah, I don't know, like I see they have like the Mewtwo V-Union as well too, right? Like imagine like you're just like assembling the cards and like you play down on the field like 4 cards like assembled like that. Oh, I mean, I only got back into like Pokemon in like the recent couple years, I think. Prior to that, it was like only when I stopped after Jungle, I think. I didn't even make it to Team Rocket. I stopped after Jungle. Galarian Friends. Orangaroon or something like that. Orangutan or something. Zekrom. Blissey V. And the Galarian Mr. Right. So we have a couple packs left. And then I got a lot of sorting to do. I just really wanted to open these since I thought like maybe my luck is pretty good after the Lion King, but I might be wrong. Okay. Penguin thing. Blip. Gloves. Boss's orders. Still have no idea what that is. Okay. Zacian V and the cape. So we're still hoping to get the Pikachu. It's mainly what I wanted. I mainly just want the Pikachu. That's all I want. I don't even want don't even give me Galar friends. Just give me Pikachu. The Pikachu alt art. That's all I want. Charmander. Spinarak. Gloria. The Pot. Another Snorlax. Inteleon V. Ooh. It's the alt art, what's the crow's name? I don't remember. It's the character secret rare. But that means that if I got the character secret rare, that means that I'm not getting the... Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's like on top of like a truck. But this means that I'm not getting... Unless I end up with like a god pack at the end. I don't think I'm getting anything else in this. Man, Vmax Climax is just so fun to open. Compared to like open something like Astral Radiance where you could just get like complete garbage. Lightning Energy. Goes. Cherub. I don't remember her name is the roller girl. Urshifu, Houndoom. Ooh, Sylvia on Vmax. We just leave that. I definitely haven't played Pokemon in a really long time that some of these names are escaping me. I feel like I would remember a lot of these names when I was opening a lot of battle styles. Alright. See. Leaf Energy. Hubfu. Transform. Loves. Careful Stadium. Electrode. Cricketune. Spinarak. See, I can remember names like Cricketune. But the other ones just like completely just go over my head. Alright, it's the last one. And then I think I'm done for the night. Let's see. Fire Energy, Seadra, Voltorb, Kakuna, Fan, don't know her name, Gardevoir, and Octillery character rare. Alright! I think we did pretty good today. Let me put this away real quick. So of all this junk, we ended up with the 2 SPs, a lot of the, I guess, good rares, and then we had these character rares, and then we ended up with these 2 secret rares. So overall, I would say not too bad at all. Thank you for sticking around though, Cloud Runner, for like, it's been like almost like 4 hours. I guess I would do my Evolving Skies maybe like next week or something. I do still want to do the Babylonia, but after, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to sort these things out. But yeah, thank you for sticking around, guys. Have a good night. I'll see you I don't know, when's the next time I stream? Today's what, Tuesday? I don't know, maybe like Friday or Saturday or something. But yeah, have a good night. I'm gonna spend a lot of time sorting these cards. It's gonna be a while. All right, take care. Good night.